Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meets him with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Jusdueboxing.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Wednesday? We back to build on this boxing and give it its just due. Only we do. Y'all know. How y'all feeling today, man? Double tap the screen, man. Hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications on. Support the build. And we're going to get to it, man. Y'all already know. Boxing is just one long extended build, man, and that's what we've been doing, having fun, watching people react differently to this fight. And like I said, all the different narratives. Good thing for this trip, we got Bud Crawford himself shooting down the narrative that he has some type of shoulder injury. And I said this before, I don't catch everything, but unless I missed it, I can't remember no time where he had to have surgery on the shoulder. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't remember everything, but I can't remember one time in Bud Crawford's career where he was known to be injured or his shoulder to be giving him an issue. So I really don't know where people got that from. I seen a number of people speaking on it, like I said, and we had kind of shot it down on our own common sense and knowing that there's no information out there that would lead us into believing that he hurt himself before, right? But it's always better, y'all, to hear it from the horse's mouth. Yeah, it is. It's always better to hear it from the horse's mouth. And that's what we got today. We got Bud Crawford shooting that down himself, B. You hear me, Bud? Like, man, what shoulder, man? What they talking about, G? You get me, y'all? We about to enjoy this. Gonna have some fun like we always do. Do your boy a solid. Double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel. You done found your one-stop shop. One of the dopest platforms on the space. That's what you found. Y'all, you right there. that just entered into the chat, take that finger of yours, yeah, the one that you be picking the boogers with, and just double tap the screen. Or maybe you might not want to use the booger finger. You might want to use the other one. But, take that little finger that you like to pick your boogies with, double tap the screen. Because we going to have fun. You did. Bud Crawford said, man, what shoulder, man? Out here getting nervous, you know what I'm saying? Making up stuff. Let's just see it fight, man. If Nello win, I'm going to be up here like, man, Nello, I'm going to want to fade with Nello next. But he going to get his just due, because we love the boxing, and we just can't wait to see these two dudes go in there, mix it up, and try to, dethrone one another. Bud Crawford coming for that 3-time undisputed, man. He looked motivated. He really do. He might have, like I said, he might have pulled the greatest Jedi mind trick of them all, making the world think that he was too small. Then went in there and conquered like a real one. You did. Let's get to it. Let me say what's up to the family. Peace to my baby girl. The queen, Miss Jusdu, is in the building. How you feeling? Let's get 300 likes today. Yeah, why we could do it? Why not? All y'all got to do is double tap the screen. It's free. Dante's Boxing Talk, my homie. Yes, let's get some memberships, man. Get y'all memberships, man. Jamel, my dog. King One was good. Coming quick, Bud. Night. I ain't mad at you, homie. I ain't mad. BVO putting some color in the chat early. Says showing love to my mentor, homie. Just do. Appreciate that love, BVO. I got to run the clip for my guy. Bang.
What? This not funny. How am I supposed to get home? Hold on. Hold on. Here. $2. Take the train.
BVO just gave me my train fare. Appreciate you, homie. Mills Rob, what it do? One of the most objective, unbiased channels on YouTube. I give thanks. Don't forget to hit that like, man. Shout out to you, Rob. I appreciate that, homie. GG Chant 15 said the fight is his. Getting here, man. Big fight energy is in the air. Dante Reef, my homie, in the building, man. They're announcing a lot of stuff today. Let's see if it goes through, man. So we could talk about it all, Reef. We could talk about it all. Shout out to BVL. Junto versus Neo. We need that, though. 2026. I think they kind of planning to fight each other. I think that might be the next, highly anticipated fight for NUA. And Junto. Al Booger, my dog, was good with it. King One Broly was good with it, homie. Jordan in the building was good, man. Always good to see my guy in the building. Was good, Jordan. He said, Canelo, stop, put the energy in the air. Pack them up and pack them out. I seen you some stuff on X real quick. Just, you already know, Reef. Send it away, bro. We gonna build. Y'all know this is us. This is our channel. This is the people's channel. We do what we want. We have fun. We talk this boxing unbiasedly. Not from no place of emotion. We just having fun. Bud Crawford flexing on him like, man, like injuries weird, man. I was born to do this. You hear me? Fernando Jr. putting Walsh to sleep. He got a good fight on him. Walsh got some scrap on him, King One. I don't know. We got some scrap on him. He better be ready. Definitely wanted to be a technical brawl, knockdowns, action-packed. Let's get it, man. Bud, like, man, I ain't playing with this dude, G. You hear me? Shout out to the homie Reef. Okay, got some stuff. Nayoa. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, we're going to get to it. Yeah, man. We're going to get to it all. We're going to get to it all, y'all. There we go. And look, double tap the screen, y'all. It's free. Take the booger picker. Take that little booger picker that you be using to get the little sticky boogies and be like, boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? Double tap the screen. Boo-boo. And if you're a new subscriber in the building, say what's up. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. We don't bite. We just talk box. You did. We going to have some fun with it. Yeah, man. Shout out to Reeve. He sent me a few things, okay, about Nakatani. We're going to get this on the download, G. We got you. Your boy got you. Your boy got you. We going to get to it, man. Dr. Boxing Talk is in the building. There's a doctor in the house, man. And a dope content creator. Go check him out. Check my boy out, man. Check my boy out. BBO, he said 2 train tickets. Canelo beats Buddy. Shout out to BBO, man. Appreciate the support, homie. We gon' see. You know what I'm saying? Budrick ain't playing no games with nobody. G. He ain't came to play. He came to beat ass. Canelo, like, man, this is gonna be the most, dangerous fight of my career. My career is on the line. My career, yes, it is on the line. That boy from Omaha is threatening so much. They making up injuries, y'all. They out here. Aqua Bud to the rescue, man. Talk to him, man. Bud Quan beat Canelo. You already know, Dr. Boxing Talk, man. You do great work, bro, and you need your just due. You hear me, homie? You deserve your just due. You feel me? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, though. But we're gonna get these joints up. We're going to pull all these joints up. Y'all just bear with me. Give me a second. Double tap that screen. We just pulling up some of the clips. This is what we do over here. When y'all see something that y'all want to build on, send it to me. Your boy going to get to it. We're going to break it down, have some fun with it. And it's going to be that. T-Mac is in the building. What it do, my guy? How you feeling, man? What's good with it? How you feeling, man? I had a little bit to eat, so I got some energy, man. Feeling okay, y'all. Wasn't feeling the best, but I'm feeling better. And we get to talk boxing, so it's gonna be all good, man. It's gonna be all good. I got one more you sent me, with the Earl Spence situation. Okay, got you. I'm just getting these clips prepared, y'all, because it do take some time. It is a little time consuming, but I'm just getting them ready for y'all so we could discuss them all. But talk to me, y'all. Did y'all see Bud Crawford shoot down that fake shoulder injury that they trying to say he had, man? They trying to put that bad juju on the fight. We ain't doing that, bro. If Canelo win, I want him to win because he was the better man. I want him to win because, my shoulder. I don't want to hear that. Nah, we ain't making no excuses for nobody. You just want to see a clean fight. Ain't no, he too big. You shouldn't have fought. No, you want that smoke. Go get that smoke, sir. And that's what Bud said, man. I'm going to go get that. So, look. We ain't tripping on nothing or nobody. You hear me? You hear me, y'all? We ain't tripping on nothing or nobody, bro. We gonna have some fun with it, though. You smell me? Gonna have some fun with it. These two warriors gonna go out there and put it all on the line, man. I'm rocking with Bud the whole way. Going down with this shit. He go down, I go. You know what I mean? You gotta, you know what I mean? I'll take the L. You know what I mean? That night. But it's all good. We're gonna have some fun with it. Getting ready for boxing starting tomorrow. Talk to him, T-Mac. Boxing is coming, starting early, man. It's going to be some fights. Jalil Hackett got a scrap coming up, y'all. Jalil Hackett got a scrap coming up. You get me? He got a scrap coming up. The young Hackett is about to bounce back. Nick Ballin TV is in the building, my homie. What's good? So I'll be at work doing the presser tomorrow, but I'll be bookmarking it on X. You already know. I just made sure I downloaded all those clips that you just sent to me, bro. So we're going to try to get to those accordingly. But look. How y'all feeling about it? Is y'all feeling good? That Bud said, man, y'all better miss me with this injury-ish. You hear me? I ain't nothing hurt over here, B. You know what I mean? Budrick said I beat for a living, G. You know what I'm saying? He said he do this for a living. You hear me? Trying to get people to just have some fun with it, man. what if Bud out there, right? Bud out there giving Canelo work, right? say he out there working Canelo. Hitting him with the jab, counter shots, you know what I'm saying? What if he boxing on him? You know what I mean? Moving a little bit, making it difficult. And Canelo, say Canelo land one of those haymakers. So, fight night style, y'all. Y'all remember fight night? You land one of those. Boom, man, the screen shakers. Remember the joints where you throw in the screen shake? What if you hit Bud with one of them, yo? Never go hit Bud with a screen shaker. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. We be like, damn, bro. Yeah, man, take it easy, eh? Take it easy. SA. Take it easy, Papa. You know what I mean? Bud gonna be out there Nello gonna be out there trying to knock Bud head loose. I'm telling you, that's the best bet, yo, because don't let nobody like Terence Crawford get into no rhythm, bro. Don't let him get into the rhythm. I'm telling you, you're gonna be another victim. Like he say, gonna run them punches upside your dome. Take it easy. Hey, King One, what did he hit my boy Bud with one of them joints? Send him to meet him, bro. What if he curtain call him, man? The curtain, not the curtain call. Bro, he ain't hitting Bud with the curtain call. G, you hear me? They're gonna be like, man, I guess snack ain't work. I guess Victor ain't give him the good snack. They're not gonna let us down, bro. So we gotta have fun. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Like I said, y'all, Let's run the likes up. It's free. Double tap the screen. I know everybody can't send a super chat or cash app. So double tap the screen. You know, share the live. It's more than one way is this support, you know, and I appreciate those that do. Speaking of cash app, shout out to my homie, Dante's Boxing Talk, man. Supporting the grind and the cash app with that dub. Showing love as always. Appreciate you, my guy. Gotta give him.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my guy Dante's Boxing Talk. We're gonna get to it. Appreciate the love, homie. Appreciate the support, BVO. Appreciate you. We're gonna keep getting to it though, man. Charles said I'm a lion. Canelo said, Canelo said, this is different. This is different from my friend. Canelo said it's different over here. It's different. They say these all the time. I'm telling you, Nello been on one, bro. Where you at, man? We're gonna have some fun. Like I said, y'all, John Wick, what it do? He said typing in from Vegas, and it feels like a major event about to go on. Talking to town, Crawford locked in already, and it's just Wednesday. Talk about it, John Wick. Shout out to you, homie, out there in Vegas. Enjoying that good that good air, good energy. That's what I like to hear, man. You know what I mean? But Bud Crawford out here, like, bro, y'all stop putting that injury bug on me. Opulent LDTV, my guy. Yeah, I thought I seen my boy in here. Shout out to OP, man. What's good with Opulent? I know you out there chilling. You know what I mean? Enjoying your time. Shout out to you, Brody. How you feeling, man? Yeah, Buzz said, man, don't put no injury bug on me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better what? What y'all talking about?
We're on the shoulder. I think people coming up with their own, you know, antics. You know, Terence Crawford got a shoulder injury. Terence Crawford on the shade. Terence Crawford slow. Terence Crawford. They coming up with all kinds of stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford slow. Terence Crawford ain't in shape. You know what I mean? What y'all talking about? Y'all coming up with all kind of stuff. He said shoulder injury. Where? Flex on him, Budrick. Huh? Because we can't afford no injuries going into no Canelo Alvarez fight. We going to just be real. You can't have a Saul in front of you as a wounded duck. You know what I'm saying? As wounded prey. You can't be a wounded animal in there with Saul. It get spooky. That's spooky hours. The last thing you need is for to be hurt, injuries, and Canelo over on the other side trying to punch your rib off the bone. Canelo be trying to punch meat off the bone. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you, bro. He be trying to make sure you ain't breathing. He be trying to punch every ounce of air that you got in your body out. I'm trying to tell you. He be trying to empty the gas tank on you. Trying to tell you, man. But Bud know this. Bud knows this. And he gonna be ready. Know what I mean? But look at the little clip that my dog Ant McQueen had caught, man.
He wants to win round by round. Let him keep doing all that nonsense and moving.
He over there rubbing that knee. He over there rubbing that knee. Yeah, he getting that knee rubbed on, y'all. That knee don't be that knee, man. That knee the knee might kick up on him. Y'all might flare up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Marshall Carter. He said, did you notice Canelo limping at the grand arrival? Was he? Because, you know, it is some wild story about him hurting his big toe in a soccer game. You know what I mean? Shout out to GHB TV. I just thought he was having fun with it. Yeah, meat off the bone, bro. He be trying to punch the meat off the bone, King One. Canelo with the body shots. Crawford like, man, I'm ready. Talking about this body shot stuff. What y'all talking about, bro? Y'all talking to the wrong one, man. Buzz said he is hum. You hear me? He said he is hum. What body shots? What? You get me? Buzz said I got body shots too. And that's something that that one of the sparring partners or something spoke on with Terence Crawford. They say he has a really good body attack. And if you just pay attention through the years, you'll see that. Like, he's demonstrated that. You've seen it a lot throughout his career with a crazy-ass body attack. You get what I'm saying? Getting it done. You know what I'm saying? Both sides of the body. He can get you out of there with a body shot. And that's what he going to need with Canelo. He need a consistent body attack. Beat his body up. They mad when he flexed. When Bud flexed on him, he was like, what injury? They like, see, man, I don't know, man. I might have to, you know what I mean? I might have to go with Bud now, man. I don't know. It's probably like
we're on the shoulder. I think people coming up with antics, you know. Terence Crawford got a shoulder injury. Terence Crawford on the shade. Terence Crawford slow. Terence Crawford. Yeah, they coming up with all kinds of stuff.
Terence Crawford slow. Man, they coming up with everything, but I'm with you, G. We don't know where they getting this nonsense at. Reef, he said, I'm confident like champ. Bud 3 times forever, G's. Talk to him, my bro. Put that in the air for him. You did? I see shouting up in here, man. Cal, cool it. My dog right there. What's good with it, man? Today's episode as the Cap the Burns. I like that. I like that, Cap. As the Cap the Burns. I like that. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. Real, when he got out of the car, it was an obvious limp yesterday. Oh, damn, I ain't know, bro. But I do know they some story floating around about him hurting his toe. I just thought it was a good you know, what they call it, a knee jerker. You know what I'm saying? Thought it was one of them. His page and laugh at you casuals. Damn, why we gotta be casuals? Dan the man. Family. Why you can't come in here and just be like, damn, yes, y'all going with Bud? All right. I got Canelo. Why we gotta be casuals? Because we just making a pick, bro. Do you know how many people are making this pick? Do you know some Hall of Fame fighters are making a pick with Bud too? Are they casuals, fan? Like, come on, man. Like, when you come here, Danny, man, let's talk boxing. You in the right space. You know, you like to talk some boxing, you can. Even if you want to click the link, and come up here and tell the people how you got Canelo sleeping Bud. I ain't going to call you a casual for that. You get what I'm saying? You're not a casual for picking who you want to win. Like, you got to hear me. You got to listen to the build, G. We know how dangerous Canelo is. We know Canelo got a really good shot at winning this fight and being the first guy to give Terence Crawford the L. We know that. You get me? We know that. You know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, we got to see these fights. You know, you just never know what may happen. You know, but I don't think that makes people casual. I don't. You know, it don't make you no damn boxing historian either, or you know, no expert for getting your pick right. You know what I mean? It's okay to boost your guy. Now, it's not about boosting our guy. It's not about even being honest or dishonest. It's a pick. You could just be wrong. You ever heard of that? It's not about being honest or dishonest. People feel like Terence Crawford got the tools. It's a lot of people that feel that way. They're Hall of Fame fighters that feel that way. It ain't just me. It ain't just this chat. So it ain't about being casual. It's just about knowing if Terence Crawford has his way, you get what I'm saying? He could very well win this fight. Like, we ain't seen him lose yet. We seen Canelo lose multiple times, arguably even more than the 2 times he got on the record. So anybody that's the caliber of fighter that Bud is has an opportunity to win any fight that he's in. To count him out and dismiss him completely, you know, as far as and not give him no shot is crazy. You know what I mean? This is Terence Crawford we talking about. And again, it ain't like he got a lack of skills on it from his side. People are saying it's the size that is going to be too much of a factor. What about the skills? What about the mental preparation? Will you get what I'm saying? What about being, you know, fully prepared for the opportunity? What about having to perform? You know what I mean? Canelo still got to perform. You know what I mean? The other people swear, nah, you got to listen, bro. Canelo dangerous, man. Canelo's dangerous. We seen Canelo hurt by Jose Cotto. You know, the thing is, just because you get hurt by one guy don't mean you're going to get hurt by the next, right? We seen him Gamboa was a legit puncher, and he caught Bud with a shot he didn't see. Those are the ones that hurt you. You get what I'm saying? So, newsflash, man, all fighters get hurt. I don't care what they say. They all get hurt at some point. You know what I mean? Some of these guys just got better poker faces than others. You get what I'm saying? But Canelo Alvarez is the goods, bro. When you come over here, just know we ain't picking against them on some like we don't like them. We just like, yo, well, I think Bud Crawford could pull it off. You get me in a really tough fight, but I think he got the tools. I think he got the IQ, the discipline. I think he got the experience. I think he got what it takes. I think he got the mental makeup, right? He checked all the boxes from a physical standpoint. He, unlike Canelo Alvarez, he can fight on the back foot. Canelo Alvarez can't. So if Bud Crawford is able to have any success of, you know, like that at all and be able to push him back, much like what Bradley was saying in his assessment the other day, yeah, man, you can see a different fight. You can see something you don't expect. Somebody that actually go to his body, somebody that's in front of Canelo that's actually in there because they believe they can win, not because they've been picked and they feel like, oh, it's the lottery. You see the difference? Most times Canelo picked the guys, right? You could argue, you could make a case that Crawford was like, yo, I want you. While he was like, man, I ain't trying to fight that dude. He too small. I ain't going to get no credit. But, you know, Crawford might surprise him. But look, we know how tough this is, man. Canelo Alvarez is a legit First ballot Hall of Famer when he retired, bro. You get me? He a dog. Deepest active, you know what I mean? Deepest resume actively in boxing, bro. He gonna get his respect over this way because he earned it. You know what I mean? Getting in there, beating ass, almost 70 fights under his belt. I mean, it just, the list goes on and on. He's also a 4-division champion, you right? 2-time undisputed at 68, right? So he got his accolades, he got his track record to speak for it, man. This shit ain't gonna be easy at all. But you know, I gotta breathe life into my guy, you know what I mean? And if he lose, bro, this is the good thing about me, Dan. We gonna be here. You could talk shit. I could eat my crow. I'm gonna just bring my hot sauce and maybe a little honey mustard on the side, man. You know, crow don't go down so bad when you got the right sauce on the side. You know, we gonna be here. The thing is to provide a space where we could all talk this boxing and have some fun doing it, bro. Nobody got to be insulted for their boxing pick. None of that. It's just, you know what I mean? Just have some fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what can happen come fight night, bro. Okay? When you got like world-class guys in the ring, when you got guys that don't know how to lose, right? All they do is win. You know what I mean? Like I said, most of his fights are about half of his fights, should I say, it was championship fights. Canelo got a bunch of championship fights to speak of too, right? It's just so much experience in the ring that night, you can't disregard neither guy. So when I speak on Crawford's behalf, I'm just breathing life into the possibilities that I think exist for him to be able to win the fight. Like, check this out, Dan. I was playing the clip from Roy Jones the other day, yesterday, right? And he was saying, you know, he feels like Canelo got one way to win this fight. And if he fights that one way, you know, he could pull this off. He could win this fight. He said he felt like Crawford had about 6 different ways he could win this fight, which I thought was impressive. Like, I didn't even expect him to say that. So I think a lot of people see the things that I see. But again, you have to win the fight. You got to be able to execute on that night. So we know what the skill level of both of these guys are. This is the elite level. This is the cream of the crop. You get me? I think ultimately, and I hope, you know, when it's all said and done, everybody watching this fight can walk away like, damn, I'm glad we watched this fight. I'm glad we seen it. For me, I'm not hung up on like win, lose, or draw, because I know that's part of the sport. So I had fun building Crawford up, talking shit. But I believe what I'm saying, though. But if he lose, I'm going to be right here like, oh, damn, I got this one wrong. You know what I mean? And then you look over at Canelo and you double salute him and keep it moving, right? He stood tall. He handled business. In no way, shape, or form am I going to get up here and be like, well, you know, he was the smaller guy. So no. That's a fair fight. You got 2 men going in there. Canelo, because you can make an argument he's still in his prime, even with showing some slight decline, is very small, like Sean Porter said. Then you got Bud Crawford, who you can make a strong argument that he's still in his prime. So when you got that prime versus prime, the best versus the best, world class versus world class, elite versus elite, there's no excuses that need to be made, because you understand that somebody got to win and somebody got to lose. But it very well could be a draw. But I think with these 2 guys, way too much on the line, too competitive, they're going to want to cement this win if the opportunity presents itself, that being Canelo or Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think in boxing, right? And y'all know I talk about this a lot. I think we be conditioned to feel like you got to roll with one guy or the other. And if you picking one guy to beat the other, then you got to tear down the opposite fighter. Not at all. We can support both guys. You can make your pick if you want. Some people play the fence and they be like, I ain't making a pick. Roy Jones said he ain't even making a pick, right? And I respect it. And this is even after he said Crawford got about 6 ways to win, right? That just lets you know what kind of fight it is. That's all. So I don't think nobody's crazy for picking either guy, because, you know, the accolades line up very similar with both being 4-division champions, 2-time undisputed. Crawford just did it in 2 different, you know what I mean, divisions, but that's special, bro. That level that he showed, that is what it means to be special. That's a special talent right there, man. So let's have fun with this shit, you know. Canelo Bell, he said Bud is going to completely outbox Canelo. And I like Nello, but Nello's feet is slow. Yeah, I've heard people say that, Donnell. Look, listen, you ain't saying nothing wrong. He don't got the fastest feet. His defense is you know, a lot of that is based on the upper body movement, the head movement, right? Waist movement, shit like that, right? He don't really like use the feet and legs and things like that to get out of the way. I'm not saying he don't do it at all, but, you know, his defense is primarily like being right there and kind of being able to make you miss by rolling, parrying shots, slipping them, taking the sting off punches. He's very good at doing that. And That's something that Bud Crawford is going to have to be prepared for come fight night. You're going to have to be prepared for this dude to, really try to, push the pace, make the ring small, be a nuisance, right? He's going to definitely try to go to your body. He's going to try to bully you, I think, at times, man, because he want to prove that you don't belong in there with him. You know what I mean? You just got to keep your head, you being Bud, stay smart, stay sharp, box his ass. He said something to Shakur about, getting back to the boxing. And I like the comment. I like the statement because that's what you need to do. This will be the perfect fight to do that. And I ain't trying to hear nothing about, oh, nah, he ran. Take his ass to 140. That's why I use this thumbnail with all the different versions of Bud. Because he, within the different versions that you've seen through the weight classes, one of those guys stylistically can beat Canelo Alvarez. Even though that's the same guy, but you get what I'm saying? He got to dial the clock back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Dial the clock back a little bit. Not biologically, because we can't do that. But he needs to turn the clock back from a strategy standpoint and approach, right? Mentality-wise, right? That's what he needed to rewind. You get what I'm saying? Get back in touch with, that Bud Crawford, that slippery guy, that guy that know how to swim without getting wet. Don't tell me he don't, because you got people out here talking about his defense is bad. Not at all, bro. I just think anytime that you more on the front foot and you being more assertive and trying to make your presence felt, you're susceptible to getting hit, especially if you in there with, guys with some, skill level about him, right? And I ain't gonna say he ain't no defensive wizard, but I'm telling you right now, for the people that truly watch this man, when he's really being defensive minded and on it, it ain't the easiest to hit him, right? You get what I'm saying? I seen him box circles around people, being slippery and hard to hit, swimming without getting wet, embarrassing guys. I seen him do it, and to stoppage victories on top of that. You get what I'm saying? Like he got it, man. People just pay attention. He's been showing this shit for years and years. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of like, all right, can you pull out that kind of performance against this guy? Because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it, bro. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need world-class, top-level conditioning. You know what I mean? 15-round shape. You just want to be in the best possible position. You get what I'm saying? When you getting in there with this man, because he already got the judges already on his side. I'm calling it what it is. There ain't no shade to Canelo, but he's the money guy, so you know how that shit go. You got an uphill battle, bro. You fighting battles before you even step in the square circle, Bud Crawford. I just hope you understand that and prepare for it all. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all that good shit. Go in there and kick ass. And then the other end, Canelo, look, man, if you going to show him you the boss, then let's see it. Let's see what you got. Eddie Reynoso out there promising knockouts and stuff, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Show Bradley's latest take yet? I ain't play it yet. I think I got it, though. I think I got it. The one where he said Canelo was coming or something like that. Shout out to Ghetto Fab. Yeah, man. Shout out to, you already know. So y'all been seeing those embedded episodes. Money Motivated, what it do, man? They should already see him killing Canelo with the check left hook. Nice. That's possible, bro. Bud is really a expert at hitting guys with shots that they don't see, that they don't necessarily be prepared for. Those are the ones that catch you off guard. Those are the ones that sometimes cause the problems for you. You know what I'm saying? But where's the little clip at? Eddie Reynoso said, man, we knocking him out, G. Eddie was like, we knocking him out, G. Man, I thought I got it in it somewhere.
That's about the work with Boots. Did you work together one time?
That ain't it. I gotta find it. Give me a second, child. But yeah, man, Eddie Reynoso, he doubled down, man. He promising KOs, man. You know what I mean? He promised in KOs. He said they gonna show the world that they everything they been with a knockout. He said he knocking Crawford out. You know what I'm saying? And good. Go in there trying to bully ball with Bud, man. You know what I'm saying? Snatch his eye, Bud. You get what I'm saying? Snatch his eye. You know what I'm saying? He get crazy. Snatch his eye. You feel me? Damon, what it do, homie? Eddie promised a KO last few fights, I think. He just talked right. Now he feel a little hype. He like, yeah, we going to stop the little guy, man. The little guy got a dog inside of him, man. Big heart, man. Little guy ain't going to be so little on fight night either, I don't believe it. Little guy going to be on timing, man. Little guy going to be out there trying to punch a hole in that, trying to tell you, trying to tell you something, man. He ain't gonna be playing with him. Where's that little clip at? But I want to see if the knee's gonna start flaring up. The knee's gonna start bothering him. You know what I'm saying? Your knee gonna start hurting. You know, it get crazy. That knee start hurting. It could get spooky after that. You know what I'm saying? The last thing you need is any flare-ups. Oh, here we go. Shout out to Sis Melanin Queen. How you feeling, man? Always good to see you in the building. Yeah, man, double tap that screen, subscribe to the channel, and let's keep building, y'all. Eddie said, okay. He still got it, Samuel. What it do? And we gonna show you by knockout. That's high praise, man. It's high praise, man. That's high praise, G. You gotta get that scout, Nello. It ain't gonna be easy, Eddie. Huh? But Crawford said it ain't gonna be easy. He out there flexing on him like, what shoulder injury, man? It ain't gonna be easy. But no, y'all been talking about this body attack, how you gonna go to the body and all of that. But like, man, look, I'll let y'all hear from me.
But you know, some people say that you've not faced a level of power and precision to the body that Canelo brings, that he's different. Do you think he brings anything different to the table that you haven't seen?
Well, they always say that, you know. They say that with Spence. He's the body snatcher. He's gonna break my ribs and so forth. You know, we shall see.
How do you want people to remember this performance when it's all said and over? What's the headline the next day?
Listen, they gonna come up with their own analogy, you know. All I know is they're gonna be saying Terence Crawford was spectacular September 13th.
How are we gonna overcome his weight?
Huh?
How are we gonna overcome his weight? You know, you're gonna use a special technique to overcome his weight.
We're gonna be the same weight.
But he uses straps and you know, he has strategy. And I know that you are intelligent, smart fighter also. But can you tell us a little bit more on that?
He's gonna have to, you know what I mean, work behind me as well. So it's not what he opposed on me, it's what I'm gonna be opposing on him as well. So, you know, he's gonna have a lot of things to worry about as well.
And like, are you training now to just to improve your strategies, to improve your techniques, to improve your traps?
I train to make Terence Crawford better. I don't train for my opponent. You know, if I'm 110% prepared, then I'm not worried about nobody.
Money motivated, what's good with it? B3Z in the building, my guy, always my guy, son of God. What's good, family? How you feeling? Boys be crying. What's good with it? So you hear him, man. Look, you hear him, man. He like, man, I said this about Spence. He's gonna break my ribs, my eye. Remember, he even had the eye collector mouthpiece. Spence was on one, man. He had us buzzing with that eye joint because he was really, Spence was really beating up and battering eye sockets, bro. He was really beating it. And the more you think about it, damn, man, Bud, you escaped one, bro. Because Spence was out here breaking eye sockets, bro. Battering eyes, man. Eye snatcher, collecting sockets, bro. Collecting the eyeballs, bro. And you escaped that. Got to give it to Bud. Bud was able to avoid that untimely demise of getting that eye snatched, man, and the rib snatch. So, look, man, you know Canelo was coming to throw power shots, bro. That's just what he do. If you look at the fights, they're all there. The evidence is there. I don't see him switching it up now. It's just a matter of can Bud be smarter than him, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of this weight conversation, man. The more I think, the less I think it's going to be an issue. Shit, Bud said, man, we going to be the same size in there. What you talking about? Huh? Telling y'all Jedi mind trick people. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go in there like, man, little guy, I don't want to hear no weight bully stuff if you get that hand raised. I don't want to hear it, man. He should have been up at cruiserweight. He should have been up at light heavy. I ain't trying to hear it, bro. I'm trying to hear it. Bud Crawford beat his ass, G. We rocking with you. Nah, but it's been fun, man. We're gonna keep having some fun with this, man, because we got some stuff to get to, man. Somebody had asked about Tim Bradley's most recent tape. We're gonna get to that too. Elijah was good. He said Saturday couldn't arrive any quicker. Yeah, man. I feel like telling, hurry up quicker. You know what I'm saying? We on Wednesday already. It's getting there, though. It's getting there. Each passing day, we getting closer and closer to seeing history be made for Omaha and for boxing, man. I mean, I like that. I think history might be on his side. You did. History might be on Bud Crawford's side. T Hill, my God. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Now, history might be on his side. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm telling you, could you imagine, say, Bud in there working, bro? Bud in there working. boom, he getting it off, and then Nello just catching with one of those ready to meet him. So that's what I call it. he catch Bub with one of them. I'm ready to meet him. I'm telling you, because that's what he did with Khan. Khan was looking at the outside of his body. He was looking at his body from the outside, like, damn, is that me? That's how I look sleep. Yes. Khan, he hit Khan so hard. He had an opportunity to see how he looked sleep. You get what I'm saying? He had a first-hand experience how to look at his body in total, shut down, like sleep, slumber. Punch that man, just boom. He slept his ass, man. So, Bud, you gotta avoid them kill shots, bro. Gotta avoid them kill shots because Nello was coming. You hear me? Those deadly, them boom, them explosions, man. Them joints get crazy. Gonna make it look easy. Shout out to Jerry, man. T Hill, my God, the mayor's in the building. Manuel was good with it. He said belt to earns. You hear me? Belt to earns. Hoping Bug can pull it off. Hoping he got something in that bag that could get it done. Yeah, man. I think he do. I think he got the tools in there. I think he got them in there. But Bug will put him to sleep. I'm talking to talk to him, Elijah, man. I'm just exploring the other side so nobody don't feel like I don't speak on both sides. It's fun, man. I've been having fun, you know what I mean, throughout this week, last week as well, man. But one of these lives, we're going to do our final predictions, man. Everybody going to get their predictions of what they think. And then we gonna go from there. He's a Bud Turkey guy. Only way Canelo wins by KO. Yeah, I hope that never happens. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Bud paint a Picasso. You know what I'm saying? I hear you pretty good painter. You know what I'm saying? You're a pretty good painter. I want to see him paint a Picasso. He could paint that Picasso. He good. Take Nello to school, bro. Take him right where he don't want to go. Because that 140 Bud with the boxing, moving, staying slick, making it hard for guys to hit him. Telling you, that's what need to be present on fight night. Slick. In and out, changing levels, going to the body, mixing it up, both sides, right? And good counter shots, just being a step ahead, step and a half ahead each time. I think they throw on the tie. That'd be crazy. Yo, the tie Jordan, they do that, boy, the internet breaks. Let Netflix and everything on break, freeze. You know what I mean? Shut down. The internet literally gonna break. You get him to toss that Tyler and Joy, boy. They be like, see, I knew it the whole time. It was not. They gonna go crazy. Fair decision, absolutely, bro. We want a fair decision because I think both guys earned it to get a fair shake in a fight of this magnitude. And the fans deserve to see the winner, the rightful winner get his hand raised with no funny business, right? And I'm just hopeful that guy could be a Crawford, a Terence Crawford, because I think it's great for boxing. And this is why. Let's talk about it. Y'all double tap the screen. Let's keep getting to it. Terence Crawford winning is good for boxing because I think as well as the history that he'll be able to create. History in the sports is always good, right? When you see somebody that's grinded as hard as he did, that was kind of like overlooked, underappreciated, and undervalued, right? Underrated, whatever you want to call it. He just was like not looked at as the talent that he is, right? Some people say his name should be bigger with the talent that he got. And I could agree with that, but because of the politics and the way boxing go, that it just is what it is. It seemed like he had a crazy surge toward the end of his career and he getting the recognition. And I think this would be like the feather in the cap, the icing on the cake, man, the cherry on top, right? It'll solidify one hell of a career. And also this would like he deserving to win it because he ain't never avoided shit. He ain't never been a guy that didn't want to challenge himself. He's showing you that now, despite what the false narratives are that's out there. And then on top of that, right, making history in the sport is always good. He's that close. He's one fight away from being, a 3-division undisputed champion. Shit is unheard of, right? He already was the first to do it, in the 4-belt era at 140, right? You see the history? You see what I'm talking about? I love history, especially for a guy that's been slept on and looked over, right? For whatever reasons. And they say he ain't relatable, he ain't likable, he ain't approachable. All of that stuff, that's cool, but he's a hell of a fighter, and that's what I care about more than all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So for me, and then on top of that, I think he don't have to reign at 168. He don't have to go on a 168-pound like run where you're defending the belts. Most people, a lot of people call for Canelo to be stripped or let the belts go because he's not fighting the number one guys or the guys most deserving of the opportunity. Instead, he's pulling guys up and fighting less experienced, younger fighters, right? With some type of danger to him, but for the most part, he know what he's doing. So it's people that feel like he need to relinquish those belts, and we all know that he's not going to do that. He a cash cow. He having it his way. He feel like he the king of the hill, the king of the division. So, and them belts come with him. So if Bud Crawford is able to beat him, I don't see him trying to campaign to have a whole career at 168 pounds. I see him beating up Canelo. And if he beat him and it ain't no rematch, look, them belts probably go disperse, y'all. And a lot of y'all get to see what y'all want to see. The belts go dispersed and people start to get the fighting for him again. Now you can start seeing these other guys that's deserving get opportunities to fight for titles. So do you see how it's good for boxing? It's nothing against Canelo, nothing at all. Nothing at all. He's great. He's phenomenal. Hell of a fighter. He's a dog. His chances of winning Saturday are tremendous and all that good stuff. But he's not doing the sport no favor by gatekeeping the belts. And I'm only saying that because the most deserving opposition is not getting the opportunities. Instead, he's being allowed to pick. And I'm not knocking that. But just in terms of boxing, like you already going to get paid anyway, with or without the belt. So at least if you're not going to defend him against the most deserving guy, don't you think the other fighters deserve an opportunity to be able to call themselves a champion at 68? Think about what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Guys shouldn't have to move up or out of the division to get an opportunity in a weight class where they put their work in. I'm not knocking Canelo, but I'm just saying I think it's better for boxing if Bud is the win. Relinquish those titles, whether he retires after this fight or stick around, we don't know. But I think relinquishing the titles just gives the deserving fighters at 168 the opportunity to fight for him. And if Canelo truly, if this were to play out that way and he truly wanted those belts, then he'll go have to chase them again. But I just don't feel like personally nobody should gatekeep titles the entire way. Hold on to them and don't give other guys an opportunity and a shot to be great too. You get what I'm saying? That's all. I just think of that for the sport. Like, you know, a lot of these guys, you know, that's one of their number one goals. One of their biggest goals is to become world champion. And it's crazy that 168 pounds is essentially being held ransom and held up by Canelo. And I'm not knocking him at all because his bag is going to be the same. So I'm not against him. But y'all don't want to see other guys fighting for those titles? Do you really want to see him just hold on to them all and just pick who he want to fight as opposed to fighting the people that most deserve the opportunity? Get what I'm saying? I'm not knocking him at all. And this Bud one could end up being a backfire. You know what I'm saying? It could backfire on him. It end up being something that he didn't want. So that's all I'm saying. It's nothing negative to say about Canelo. Do you get your bread? But I don't think you should have it all, right? Where you get to hold on to the titles. You got the sanctioning bodies by the balls because you make so much money. So nobody's ever going to put any pressure on you to do anything outside of what you're doing, because when you fight, they're going to get paid. Everybody palms get greased. They go home. Everybody happy. Canelo get another win, another $30+ million payday or whatever the case may be. And this business as usual. But as it pertains to the rest of 68, nobody has the opportunity the way he do to be able to call themselves a world champion at all. So I don't know. I just think that kind of sucked for the rest of the division. And I know it's like, well, he the king, you got to beat him. But it's like, who's going to get the opportunity? And if he keep choosing the guys that we don't think can beat him, then you definitely gatekeeping, you hogging, you already make this much money. You make more money per fight than these guys going to make in their whole entire career. So I think the least you can do, I think it'll be like paying it forward to boxing, allowing other guys to be able to compete for titles, knowing that you fought so many people in your career. I just think he want to pick who he wants to fight, and that's okay. But don't you think that the rest of the world should be allowed to compete for titles that you're not going to be able to, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to be able to fight for if you have them all. You know what I'm saying? Dude's going to have to go up to the next weight class like Benavidez and Morel. Dude's going to have to move from 68 to 75, shit like that. So I don't know. I just would like to see guys get opportunities that they work for, that they deserve. It just makes sense to me, you know, and you can't get that if he just holding on to him. But unfortunately, the bad thing about it is I think why it doesn't work in the favor of these guys is because he he makes so much money. So it's like, nah, bro, like, you get me? And I try to look at it even from that angle, even though I don't agree with it. Just imagine you being in a position where every time somebody fight, you get X amount of dollars, you get an extra check, you get to take home this, you get me? It's going to be hard for those people to give a damn, right? Because their money matters more than what we think and feel about how they run in these sanctioning bodies and organizations. They could care less, in my opinion. So as long as that Canelo check keep clearing, I don't think the incentive will ever be there for him to fight the people that we want to see the most or strip them or anything like that. I just think he's going to always be able to, you know, pick his guy, fight his guy, make a bunch of money, keep the belts if the opponent can't beat him. It's just like, it's business as usual. You know what I'm saying? So besides Benny, I want to see, did you want to see Canelo fight? I wouldn't mind seeing him fight, you know, guys like, you know, we'll see Morrell moved out. Because my thing is, if you could fight Berlanga, you could have fought a guy like Morrell. I'm not saying he'd win, but I would like to see the matchup. You get what I'm saying? You got Christian and Billy there. I wouldn't even mind seeing that. I know he wouldn't be expected to win, but he go all out. It'd be fun to see it, right? The Lester Martinez's of the world. Some few names there that you wouldn't mind seeing them, you know, step in the ring with. You know what I'm saying? But Benavidez is definitely the number one for me there. But got a couple names, man. It'll be fun. You know what I'm saying? It'll be fun. But I just don't think that's what he want to do, right? He ain't on that. Canelo like the hell with y'all, bro. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Canelo wants something like, yo, y'all paying or nah? Canelo want to, yo, y'all paying for this fight or nah? Nah, y'all ain't paying for this fight, bet. You know what I'm saying? We gonna fight anyway. That's how it is. But good for us. This one is a good one. Say completely duck Benavidez, Canelo with that Crawford, wasn't back into a wall. It did. I think it was some pressure down there to an extent, bro. I think it was some pressure being applied in the right areas, and because something made him change his mind. Maybe it was money too. Maybe it was money as well as public perception. Like, yo, you got this little guy calling you out. You just fought Charlo. How you can't fight him? Know what I mean? And it's just that maybe pride, ego kick in. So something definitely changed his mind. I'm thinking it's always got something to do with money, but he know beating Crawford it's gonna take a special fighter to beat him. And I think a part of him don't mind being the first one to do it, or definitely attempting to do it. So we're gonna find out, man. If who you want to win and who you think gonna win aren't the same. Yeah. Because sometimes you could want somebody to win, but think the other guy is going. You get what I'm saying? You could be rooting for your guy, wanting them to win, but knowing that, you know, it's a good chance he'll lose. So yeah, this is one of them fights, right? Where I'm rooting for Crawford, but I know there's a good chance he could lose. And that's because of the greatness of Canelo. That's not to no slight above Crawford, but I ain't straddling no fence when I say I got him winning this fight. You know, this shit is gonna be tough, but it's what you compete for, right? This is what he here for. Right? They say dare to be great, right? And there you go. Daring to be great. Daring to be great. Let's keep building, y'all. Double tap the screen. Cooking with Serge Sr. in the building. Bud beating Canelo, and then Canelo fighting and beating David. What will it do to each person's legacy? If Bud beat Canelo, his legacy shoot through the roof. You know what I mean? Canelo fighting and beating David. If he was to beat David Benavidez, damn, that'll bring the beat right back to him. You get what I'm saying? It'd be like almost like it ain't even matter that he lost to Crawford. They'd be like, damn, you know, Crawford was just that special, that great, smaller little guy, or however they want to try to frame it, right? But then they'll look and be like, man, Canelo's still great. Look, he beat the hungry young Mexican monster. Different, muy diferente. Muy diferente. You know what I'm saying? Very different, okay? It's very different. That'll be a lot of respect, man. People that have to applaud Canelo for that. Double salute again, maybe even triple if you could dethrone a Mexican monster after losing to a guy like Bud Crawford. Because truth be told, I think stylistically, that's a matchup nightmare for Canelo. I think Benavidez is too big physically. I think he knows that. He can say what he wants. I just think it's a really difficult challenge, and I think he's too prideful, too much ego. Just won't allow him to fight the young man. I think, is he scared? Nah. He ain't scared, but he don't want to lose to nobody like that. Like a Benavidez, somebody they call him the Mexican monster, and he a prideful guy with the Mexican, you know, fan base behind him. I'm not saying he loses everything if he loses to Benavidez, but it's one of those situations where I don't think he's ready to pass the torch, but the torch would be snatched from him if he loses. And I think it'll be a considerable amount of fans that'll get behind Benavidez, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? Jerry said 9-3, Crawford 9-3. Let's go. Cook his ass. Put him in the blender. You know what I'm saying? We need Aqua Bud out there. You know what I mean? When I say Aqua Bud, we need to be swimming without getting wet. You know what I'm saying? Aqua Bud. You get me? Beat his ass in there, G. You hear me? Aqua Bud, G. You know what I mean? Can Crawford win on points? Like, would it be judged fairly? That's the problem, Big Chief. Because of the judges that they got, Tim Cheatham and guys like that. I don't know. I think they say Steve Weisfeld too, but you know, with that name, that already make you feel uneasy. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope that we get a clean, fair fight. Everybody watching, man, it'd be so disrespectful for them to try to play us by you know, duping us out of a good fight. You know what I'm saying? But can he win on points? I think he could. I think he could. I fight a really smart fight. Like I said, my guy Roy Jones Jr. said he got about 6 different ways. Choose one, Nello. Choose one. Nello, you know what I'm saying? Your opponent, your adversary got about 6 ways to get it done. You just gotta pick one of the ways that you want it done to you, G. You get me? They're gonna pick Keith over Sebastian, go against the odds. Sometimes you gotta go with the underdog too. It's fun. It's fun. Especially when an underdog could fight like this. Especially when the underdog is that man from Omaha. You know, 704 Joe. Say got 50 on Bud and he takers. You know what I'm saying? 704 Joe got that money up for y'all. Y'all want that? He said any takers. He got 50 on Bud, Rick. Huh? He got 50 on Budrick. You ain't gonna bet him. King One said, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? 50 on Budrick, man. You did. That's right, man. Put the money where the mouth is, man. He confident that he got it. He's gonna get it done. You hear me? He confident that he's gonna get it done. We're gonna keep rolling, man. We're gonna hear what Canelo had to say about his little, you know, experience with Boots and sparring with him, because that's something that people was, you know, clamoring about. There was a lot of talk surrounding that when it happened, and Canelo just getting around speaking to it, understandably so.
That's about the work with Boots. Did you work together one time? Was it over multiple days? And how was the work beneficial?
Yeah, more than one time, yeah, and he helped me really good, and I'm very grateful with him. We have history because 14 years ago, his older brother, Haney, helped me for when I fought Shane Mosley and Alfonso Gomez. So that's why we have history with the Haney's family, and I'm very grateful with him taking the time and go there and give me some work.
Do you think was there anything in particular that you guys worked on that you feel like was beneficial?
No, he worked his team. He's very similar to Crawford. He switched guards too. He's fast and he's a pretty good fighter. So I work really good with him.
I like what he said. I like what Canelo was saying there, and it's pretty much what we know. Shout out to Fight Hub. They You heard one of the things he brought up. He switched stances. 704 Joe, my dog. He said, look, he trying to send that cash app over King One. You did? He trying to get that money on. He ain't playing with it. Shout out to 704. But look, he brought that up, and we already kind of could hint at what he would be bringing in a Boots in his for, right? To kind of mimic, emulate, or kind of give him a similar look or feel that Crawford is going to give him in the fight. But if you let Teddy Atlas tell it, he'll tell you that Bud Crawford is the best, you know, switch hitter that he's ever seen in boxing to him. So, yeah, you can emulate some things. You can even duplicate, make it look remotely close. But I don't think it's no real simulation ultimately for what Bud Crawford is. The same way there's no true simulation for what Canelo is, right? Until you get in there. Yeah, it's people that can give you the similar looks and maybe a certain rhythm or something like that, but ultimately you still got to get in there and pass that test. You still got to get in there with the original, the real McCoy. And that's Bud getting in there with Saul Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez getting in there with Terence Bud Crawford, and seeing who the smarter, better man. That's what that's going to be. He say he got me very good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He said, I'm very, grateful with him. You know what I'm saying? I like Nello. English-speaking Nello, man, he won me over. But look, don't change nothing about what I think about this fight, Nello. You know, we know why you brought that bad man in from Philly. You know what I mean? You was in there like Boots, man. Show me to do the Crawford. You know what I'm saying? We know that, you was in there the whole time telling Boots, like, hey, Boots, man, I'm going to need you to do the Crawford. This guy here, I need you. This guy. You get me? My opponent. I need you to, switch stance like my opponent, Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wanted with Boots. So he had Boots out there like, look, I need you to do the Crawford and nothing else for a few rounds. You know what I'm saying? We just going to do all, just emulate Crawford, switch stances on him. So, it's a smart idea, man. I can't knock it. I can see why he'd do it. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. Get somebody in there that you think could look like the guy that you're about to fight. You know what I mean? But it ain't nothing like the real thing, So, Crawford been getting in some good sparring too. I heard some big guys, some some of the bigger guys, the Lesters and stuff like that. So he been trying to prepare himself for the bigger frame, the bigger body, the heavier punch as best he can. And I think that preparation will lead to it'll yield some pretty damn good results. Obviously some great results if what happens is what I want to happen. You get me? So it's a big old Netflix commercial. Still ain't going. So it's a big Netflix commercial. I like this, though. They can have fun all they want on Netflix. The dope thing, though, Ghetto Fab, for the people that already got Netflix, is for the low. And when I say the low, it's for the free ski, the free 99 ski. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Might as well sit down and join in and watch you a good fight. Watch two of the best. Go out there and scrap it out. You hear me? Scrap it out. Good old Chrysler 300 boots. You hear me? Chrysler 300. That's what Tim Bradley said anyway. That's what Tim Bradley said, But look, remember I was telling you something about Crawford. We were speaking about his strength, how strong he is. And, I was questioning what was the fighter that said they couldn't move Crawford. And here it goes. Shout out to YSM, my guy. But listen to Jarret Hurd explain what it's like to spar.
All right, Mike. Speaking of Terence Crawford, he's fighting Canelo next week. Huge fight. Who you got now?
I got to go with my man Crawford because I can't go against him. But I will say this. I could change my mind once I see the first round. It all depends on how both of them fight. You know what I mean? If I see Crawford trying to stand toe-to-toe, it might be short. If I see him fight smart, I'm going Crawford. But if I see Canelo throw one punch at a time and not letting his hands go in combination, I'm going Crawford as well. So it all depends.
Is his physical strength underrated heading into this fight?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody think he's coming up the way he ain't going to be strong. They the same height. Crawford told me when I sparred him, he said, "Oh, you back on him up with 154 pounds or something. You ain't going to back me up." And I couldn't back his ass up. False. We did 2 rounds, though, but he was. I couldn't push him back like he said. So.
Decision is stoppage.
Oh, it's definitely going 12 rounds. Canelo ain't never stopped nobody. He ain't stopped Haney Miguel, Edward Malinga, John Ryder. He ain't stopped nobody in so long. And Crawford damn sure ain't stopping no Canelo. He fought Triple G and Duval. I know they don't hit harder. They hit harder than Crawford. So it's going decision. What's up?
Shout out to YSM for the great work, man. That was Jarret Hurd, but you heard what he said, man. Being in there with Crawford and not being able to move him and back him up was something key. We know how big Jarret Hurd able to get, you know what I mean? Especially in between fights and training camps. Like, that dude got some size on him, bro. Shout out to the bro, Mike Magic, and the Cash App. He said, I'm listening. Bud by Cal. Man, Mike, I appreciate all the support. Much love to my dog, Mike. And I'm with you, man. Put that in the air. And that Canelo pack is in the air. It's going to be in the air, y'all. That Canelo pack is going to be in the air. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shout out to Mike. You said, why does Crawford gloves bust open? Before and during fights? I mean, you probably have to ask the manufacturers for that. I know Everlast took accountability for one pair of his gloves busting. And the other time, I don't know. I don't think it's nothing he doing. Illegal hand wraps? Absolutely not. The teams, before the fight, the members of each team get to watch the opposite guy get their hands wrapped and stuff. So I don't think it's no way to pull something like that off with where you got your team watching over to make sure that stuff don't happen. And notice, right? You don't really hear, it's not like you hearing Bud Crawford opponents get out the ring and start complaining that something was wrong. It be fans doing that, over speculating stuff and like trying to overanalyze, and I think they just be reaching. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just one of those things. It could be a defect thing, you know what I mean, with the manufacturer. You know what I mean? At least that's what Everlast has said, but I don't think he's doing nothing funny with his gloves or no hand wraps. I think cheaters get caught. That's what I think, especially in boxing. So you gotta think, shit. You got people that's like he on snack, that's illegal PEDs, undetectable this. So you got the PED angle, right? Then you got people really feeling like he tampering with gloves. You think they gonna just run around here and let Bud Crawford play with the careers of other guys? Like, you get what I'm saying? You see what happened with dudes getting caught with illegal hand wraps. That shit ain't nothing to play with. You gambling with somebody's life. So I think it's very, and I get the question because people ask the question, but I think for the ones that push it, it's very irresponsible to say that this dude be playing, with his gloves and manipulating hand wraps, because that's playing with somebody's career. That's playing with people's lives. So I don't think there's no game in that. And I think Bud Crawford is a lot smarter than that to be doing anything that damn stupid. Lewis 45, my dog was good with it. But do I had a fight being a draw? Sometimes that money, it might be money in the draw. Al Booker said Jarret might have been 250 spar. I'm telling you, he's a big guy. He's a big guy. But that's the point I'm making. He just couldn't move Bud back like that. And that's impressive. That's dope. It's something good to say or see or hear, should I say, because it just speaks, again, to the testament of how strong he is as a fighter. And this is shit that we've been hearing for the longest, right? We've been hearing that for the longest about Bud and how strong he is. You get what I'm saying? How he pushed guys back and out wrestle guys and just naturally just a strong guy to deal with. Everybody made a statement at the Avenesian fight. They absolutely did. And it still wasn't Al Booker. It still wasn't good enough for people. People still complained. They was like, they still was trying to question it. But I just think it's ridiculous at this point, Like I said, 10 members of each team are in there watching the guys get their hands wrapped. So that'd be a terrible miss. He said, where did all the power come from? Loaded gloves. Bro, how old are you? Seriously, man. What power? That's the same power he had the entire time at welterweight. What do you mean all that power? He knocked out every other welterweight, including Spence too. It wasn't like he just got there and had all decisions and then just magically knocked out Spence. What do you mean where all this power came from? He been knocking dudes out since the first fight, which was Jeff Horn. Everybody was getting that work. It just was, and again, it's not just a matter of just power with Bud. It was precision, accuracy, timing, right? The punch selection. You get what I'm saying? It was timing Spence. He neutralized him, catching him with shots he wasn't prepared for and didn't see. It wasn't no superpower that he had. It just was, he always been a strong guy that could punch it. Bud always been a good finisher. You know what I'm saying? He always been a good finisher. He get you hurt, he can get you out of there. He always been that. You watch the career of Terence Crawford, he's always been a guy that can finish you and stop you, get you out of there. You know what I'm saying? Timing, speed, and power. Yeah, people act like Bud coming. That's what I say. One hit wonder. Yeah. And that's why I say that was all accumulation. He broke Spence down and beat him up like that. You know what I'm saying? Yoda was good. He said, Josh, you think Shiraz can beat Billy or Lester? Shiraz and Billy or Lester. I think Shiraz got a better chance at beating Billy. But yeah, he got an opportunity. Dude could box, yo. He got some skills, yo. tall ass Hamza Shiraz. Those will both be good fights. Lester got more boxing ability, I believe, than Billy. So that'd be a more entertaining fight. Interesting because he heavy-handed too, but you know what I mean? So it'll be a good fight. Shout out to Donnell. You get it. The loaded gloves, manipulation of the gloves. Yeah, man. It's sad that you want to push that false narrative. Why ain't nobody in boxing saying that he loaded his gloves? Why none of the opponents, the trainers, no? You've never heard nobody inside of the actual sport suggest that about Bud. You've only heard like fans carelessly throw that out there. Why do y'all try to taint the reputations of fighters by just throwing labels on them? Can you prove that he loaded his gloves? Think about what you're saying. Not only is he playing with his career, but he's playing with the lives of other people. You don't have not even the slightest shred of evidence or proof of that, but you gonna run with that? That's what's wrong with boxing, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, you gonna manipulate your gloves for people that you know you could beat. Avanesyan wouldn't have beat Bud at all, ever. On no day, at no point in his career would he have ever beaten that man. You know what I'm saying? Bud Crawford would have never lost to David Avanesyan. You know what I'm saying? But man, yeah, can you explain why the teams, why nobody from the teams catching Bud cheating, but y'all are from at home? You know how crazy that sound? That's some wild shit, man. Y'all force yourselves to believe shit that's not true so you can push the narrative in the boxing chat. That man, like, you got to make it make sense, bro. Load his gloves for what? For David Avanesyan. You serious? So he ain't load his girl. Let me guess. Did he load his gloves for Madrimov too, or he forgot to do it that time? Let me guess. Let me talk to me. Let me know. What I'm saying? Like, what the hell we doing, man? Nah, man. Bud he's just a special talent, bro. That's what y'all seeing. You seeing a generational talent each and every time he perform. That's what you seeing. Tim Layton, my dog, was good with it, bro. He said they were about to see Bud's picture online. They realized Canelo must not have size or power advantage. This takes away from any chance for Canelo. I'll tell you what, the less of a factor his power is, the more of a problem Bud will be. That's for sure. So you better hope that the size and the power is effective, because if not, you're gonna be in trouble. Nah, you just gotta go off what's there, bro. Just gotta go off what's there. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a lot of screwing up like that. A lot of people will be held accountable if that's what that man was doing, just running around, manipulating gloves, playing with PEDs. Like, it's just too much. Nah, he just work hard, bro. Bud is the product of when you work harder than the competition and you do it and you're able to stay consistent at it and do it for a longer period of time. When you treat your body the right way, right? We know all these things. That's what. Y'all know I'm a real one. I'm gonna tell you all the time what it is, man. You know, Canelo gonna crack Bud in the shave. Hey, Ray Savage, he might just. You did. Who's Ray Savage? Because Ray Savage got a wrench. Who's Ray Savage? Because I ain't know to have no Ray Savages. You know what I mean? Ray Savage, I know from Camden. Man, I'm saying Raymond Ford, G. But let's keep building, man. Let's keep getting to this, man. Y'all know how we do over here. Double tap the screen, all that good stuff, man. Subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on. Let's keep going. Tony Carver knows his gloves are busted open. Crawford tried to hide his gloves. Nah, he can't hide his gloves. The thing was, just to put it to bed, bro, the referee seen the glove. He told him that he was going to stop it. He was going to make him, change the glove after the round. He ain't make it out the round. I think that's the same round he knocked Buddy out in. We gotta stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Why would he need busted gloves for a guy that he's levels above? You get what I'm saying? Levels above. Levels. That's everything you work for. You really think you got the 41-0 cheating? And he's been that lucky to cheat with all of this stuff and nobody catch him? You get what I'm saying? Oh, Twin. My God. What's good with it, Twin? How you feeling, dog? Rick Timms, what it do? He said, but I'm telling you, that body work is where it's at. That's what he got to commit to. He got to commit to the body. Camden does bangers. Just was good, fam. I ain't tapped in a minute, but it's your boy Will. Something took over my YouTube. Oh, yeah? But I got Canelo. Shout out to Will, man. Camden does bangers. Shout out to you, man. I was just speaking about Camden, too. That's crazy. Shout out to Camden, too, by the way. What's good with it, though, Will? How you feeling, bro? Rick Tams, you get me? Like, I just don't cheat for what? Like, I get it, bro. Y'all just don't, you know, anything is a possibility, but I just go where the proof, where the evidence take me, where the information take me. And I just don't have no information. What's good, my guy, Twin? I just don't have no information that he's ever cheated a day in his career, you know? It's just like a wild goose hunt that people are on because I don't know. I don't know what the issue is with him. I really don't. I don't know. I just don't see him as a cheater, though. Never did. Never will. But let's keep building, man. I got some other clips we got to get to. Some stuff. Got to get to a couple of things. You feel me? All right, let's hear what Bomac had to say, though. PBC just lifted Canelo protective custody, just like, Tank, you a fool. Let's listen to what Bomac had to say. Bo Measley, he is the man in the corner that will make a big difference. I think that's what people don't talk about enough, too. Bomac is really a master at preparing.
Killer mindset. What have you been seeing in him in this fight camp that's been different?
I love his energy.
Do you feel he's loving this entire atmosphere?
I'm sure he is.
The villain role I think he's about to take on?
I'm sure he is.
Mm-hmm. Any closing remarks from your side on how this fight's going to go?
Stay tuned. Watch out, see this masterpiece.
Bomac, you guys reap the benefits of your hard work. Tell me about the picture where you have the money. You're on the table, you have the money and scattered, and
that was just something that was a little small gift, and everybody got their little share and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that was.
Yeah. That just shows how far you guys have come, man. Obviously, the money's the reward, but you guys are here for the legacy. Just tell me about getting here to this point, the hard work, the grind.
I mean, like you just said, it's the grind, it's the hard work. It's the getting up every morning at 5 o'clock, 4:30. You know what I'm saying? It's the countless of hours of studying boxing. It's countless of hours of talking to the coaches. Coaches is going over everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's where where the grind and the love for the sport from point A to get to point B to get to point A, and we're at point A right now.
Yeah, the added size is very visible on Crawford, even through the jacket. Tell us about how careful you guys had to be adding the muscle and making sure that it's functional confinement.
Listen to it, man.
We added muscle. I'm just saying he got stronger.
And just for clarification, that picture with Topuria, that was from like 3 months ago, wasn't it? That went all over viral on social media.
What's that?
The UFC fighter.
I don't know. I don't know when that picture was taken. I think it was coming out. That was a couple months ago. Yeah,
it was an old ass picture.
The UFC guy saying he'll knock out Terence Crawford.
Tell him to bring his ass.
Easy money, right?
As long as they got it.
After Canelo, you guys are open to those kind of fights? Is that what you guys want?
After Canelo, man, we're gonna go take a little rest up a little bit, then go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. As far as Canelo, do you feel that the best days are behind him at this point?
I mean, I ain't gonna say that. He probably rise. I've seen him rise to the level of competition. Yeah. And this competition right here is about to step in the ring with Saturday. It's the highest that you could probably even imagine.
With him bringing in a young guy like Ennis, does that show you guys that he's taking things serious? That he's taking.
I don't give a damn about all that, man. Nobody gives a fuck about that.
Tell him, Bo.
Try to make a big deal about it, but I don't. I don't care.
Yeah.
Can you take that for me? Come on, guys, you got it.
I don't care.
Come on, no.
Bo don't care. They ain't taking pictures, doing interviews. Bo's for the community. Belt to ass, Bo. You get me?
High school you go to, man.
Why do you think people grabbed onto so much to him bringing in Ennis into his training camp?
You said why?
Why do you think the people grabbed onto that so much?
They're just looking for something to talk about. That's all they're doing. Looking for something to talk about.
To the channel, all that stuff.
Share
it live. Let's keep it.
And this is a good fighter, though. He's a good fighter.
Yeah, he's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. He'll be on the pound for pound list one day. Yeah. But right now, it's all about Bud. Whooping Canelo's ass.
When Canelo's last knockout, 2021 against Caleb Plant, 7 straight decisions in a row. Do you feel like his power at this point is overrated as well too?
I don't know, man. You don't know. You don't know. You won't know until you get in there with it. So people can say that, and he come out a little different, or shit, he just come out there and he got pillows in his hands.
We saw you have that conversation in the Sean Porter fight where he flipped the switch. Do you feel like your job in the corner is going to be even more critical in this fight?
Now my job in the corner is to make sure Terence get through this fight with a superb top of the line performance. Whatever adjustments we have to make along the way, along the rounds, that's what we got to do.
A lot of the boxing public, I've talked to so many people, even Roy Jones Jr., I don't know if you saw that interview. He told me that he's leaning towards Crawford because Crawford has 6 ways to beat him.
I've seen that.
And Canelo has 1. What do you make of the peers also picking Crawford?
That just goes to show you who understands boxing, who understands different fighters.
Let me put you to 30.
That's it?
Yeah.
Good. Great.
Appreciate you, Bomac. Thank you.
Shout out to Bomac, man. Shout out to Bomac. You heard him, man. Look, man, he ain't worried, bro. Yeah, I'm going with Bud on this one. I'm going with Bud. I think he's more versatile. I think he's hungrier at this stage in his career. Less margin for error for sure, not being a guy that's established up there at the weight class. But look, man, Andre Ward made an interesting point when he was sitting down talking with Roy Jones when he spoke on how you say when you moved up to light heavyweight, you ain't really moving up because you still cut. So yeah, you moving up essentially in divisions in terms of where you competed at professionally, right? But you still having to cut to a degree, like Bud Crawford said, he's just having to cut a lot less. So he feel more energetic. He say he happier because he got to cut less. Then you seen a video with Bomac in the gym talking about how happy he is and how they cut. You know what I'm saying? How he, everybody got good energy, good attitudes, man. The camp looking where it need to be. Everybody seem like they doing their jobs and getting it done. And that is what you want to see. So back to dude, man. You keep saying when you get a chance, look at YouTube, Crawford's manipulation, illegal hand wraps. That's nonsense, bro. It's not about opinions. That's bogus. You can't find nobody in boxing that can tell you Terence Crawford manipulated his hand wraps. Then you say he's on steroids. He's never tested positive for no PEDs. Why would you be saying he's on steroids? That makes zero sense. Like we really got to stop doing that. Got to stop doing that. We really got to stop doing that. Steroids from where? Like this shit just don't make no sense, man. Y'all, I don't know who y'all listen to or what y'all watch, but so everybody in boxing is going to turn the blind eye to him busting the gloves, manipulating gloves, hand wraps, and steroids. That's crazy work, bro. Crazy. It's not about opinions, though, man. That's just a bogus claim. That's like some goose chase stuff. You get what I'm saying? All right, well, if you believe that Terence Crawford is on steroids and he got illegal hand wraps, since we on it, and since you in such a believable mood, hey, man, I'm trying to sell this pink unicorn that I got tied up outside by the porch. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sell it for the low. It'll take you wherever you want to go in the universe, bro. I'm telling you, I got a pink unicorn for sale. I'm telling you, for the low. Get at it. And if you're going to believe something like that, you might as well believe I got this unicorn tied to the porch outside. Like, come on, man. Can't do this, man. Nobody, nowhere, no glove controversy. That shit only exists on social media because social media is a space where people will be on it without no sources of information, no evidence, no receipts, as people like to call them, right? They'll just have bogus claims and wild-ass speculation. It won't be no definitive proof of the things that they're claiming or suggesting. So again, man, I just think it's very distasteful, very dishonest and nasty work to label somebody a steroid cheat, has never in fact tested positive for any type of performance enhancement drugs, and has never been caught manipulating hand wraps or gloves or any of that stuff. That shit is just something that people on YouTube are making up because they need to find a way to take away from why this guy is great. Yeah, there's no way he could be this good. Got to be cheating. It got to be something he doing to be in this position. Got to be cheating or something. You know what I'm saying? It got to be manipulating the people, right? That's what it got to be that, but it's not. In reality, he just better than the opposition. He's the better man. He's been the better man 41 times out. I think Saturday, man, he might he might make some history. His only fans online, Al Booger, nobody it's not gonna be no controversy. They just making that stuff up because they don't, maybe they got a disdain for Bud Crawford, but nah. But this fight, I don't think it need no controversy in this fight. I think this talent will speak for itself. I think both guys, going for it in the way that they're gonna go for it, speak for itself. I mean, Connor, he said Canelo by decision. I ain't mad at it, bro. They tired of our fighters beating the brakes off of everyone. We're all natural athletes, yeah. Yeah, man, I bet you're gonna be wrong. You already is though with the steroids. You said he on steroids and it's like glove controversy. You telling me on YouTube. I see some of them places where them narratives get birthed and they're nasty, bro. Like my thing is, what's so special about Terence Crawford that everybody knows he's cheating, right? And they just gonna let him do it. Crazy. It's crazy. But that was Bo Mac's take, man. Shout out to Bo Mac, man. Always good to hear his take on the situation because he is the trainer. He's gonna be in the corner putting in that work. So I don't want to hear anybody say Bud is. You feel like that, Connor? And even with Nello, I don't even say Canelo is because with the computer all situation, he was able to provide some receipts. If y'all just go look into that situation, I don't want to get into it today because I already talked about it, but just is what it is, man. I don't think Bud has cut corners in his career. I don't think we should put it on him either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can't be putting them cheating jackets, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to see, you got to be able to base your opinion off something or it's just baseless, though. We don't just throw sling accusations. We slinging mud, bro. That's mud slinging right there. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't have no proof and you just saying stuff like, okay, well, his gloves bust. That means he got illegal hand wraps. Like, now you got to be able to prove that stuff. Hen dog, what it do? You get me? You just got to be able to, those are things you got to be able to prove. Definitively. Yeah, no, you can't just like throw somebody out there and be like, he's cheating. And dog, he's like, I bought all day. That's what I'm talking about, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the rest. Man, what's good, everybody?
Right.
Good morning. Rise and damn shine. For some of you, it might be close to afternoon. However, shit, I'm up on my morning stroll.
I know how
I saw that damn, open the red carpet. I saw that. I ran the rivals. Hey, it was fire. I'm not gonna lie, it was fire. But dang, it sure was fire, man. Hey, I'm a little chill today. You know what I'm saying? I got to bed kind of late last night, but I'm still up this morning, still staying disciplined, get my little walk in. But man, you know, one thing that really caught my attention, man. Reynoso saying,
I think if anything,
Canelo, the best I've seen him in 20 years.
He definitely
something like that.
75 dudes.
If I'm not mistaken. But he's saying KO. He said he coming to KO Crawford. Look, I've seen Reynoso face to face, a while back. And before the fight was signed. And he told me to my face, easy work, Tim. Easy work. That's what he told me to my face. So now I clap back at him. However, he's saying knockout. The last person that said that they was on knockout Terence Crawford was Earl Spence. You saw what happened. You saw exactly what happened in that fight.
You probably will, bro.
This isn't Earl Spence.
Don't rehydrate that much.
This is Canelo Alvarez we talking about. He's had a tremendous camp. I'm telling you, he's had a tremendous camp, man. From Mexico to Tahoe, everywhere. I mean, he had a tremendous camp. Let me just tell you that. I know that for a fact, okay? I'm in the industry. A lot of these other guys are not.
Hello, Mercury rises at 1K.
I'm in the industry. Listen to me. A lot of these other guys are not, okay? Understand me and trust me when I say that. Anyways, moving on. Look, Canelo, I saw somebody in the comment section say, you know, Canelo, if Canelo starts off fast, because he's going to be looking for, you know, the KO. If he starts off fast, what does Crawford do? If you want him to start fast. Well, Crawford still got to start off quick. He got to match his energy. That's just it. You know, you in the standoff, it's just like you in the street, right? And you in the squabble. It just started. Both y'all squared up. And y'all, you know, both y'all movements, you know what I'm saying? Y'all reacting to each other's movements. It's the same thing inside the ring. Same thing. Start off quick, inching forward. Anytime Canelo give up a little ground, and Crawford inching forward. But keeping Canelo, keeping him tentative, keeping him guessing. You know, if Canelo starts to jab and get out quickly, and if Crawford can't establish himself, and Canelo close that door or go through that front door, and it's easy, and it's easy to get there, you might as well turn off the TV. It's over. It's over. Turn off the TV. Not unless Crawford catch him with something, you know, he don't see, you know, and knock him out. But if Canelo closes that distance too quickly, man, on Crawford, it's not going to be a good thing, because Canelo's going to bang on his shoulders. He's going to bang on his arms. He's going to bang on his body. He don't care to hit him and land that knockout shot. All Canelo is looking for is just like a little birdie when he hurt. Oh, his wing is hurt. Yep, you can't go nowhere now. Can't use those arms. Yep, you can't fly away now. I got your ass. And that's what Canelo's going to be wanting to do with Crawford. He's not just going to go in there and look for the kill shot. Canelo's going to be trying to do a little bit of everything. You know, Crawford.
I'm not going to lie. I know that's one of his tactics, like banging the arms and all that stuff. But I just think Crawford is too smart to allow that to be the reason why he don't want to fight. Because somebody used something like one of those little slick tactics, punching your arms or something like that. I think he's smarter than that. And he ain't nobody's punching bag, man. He not there to just be punched on.
Made Canelo go back in time.
What people get off
because he understands what's at stake. He knows what he's up against, right? And he's not taking Crawford lightly. When many people believe that he probably would. He's not taking him lightly, man. He knows and he sees. See, when we fighters, we see the other fighters, what they have internal. We see that. The wrong kind of style. You know, that's why a lot of times I'm always calling guys out. Like, he's soft. He didn't, because we can see his fighters. We know. He knows he's in there with a real one. He knows that Crawford has that heart and that determination, you know, and that will to win. And Canelo's going to do his best to try to break it. By breaking them down, by giving them pain, some pain, heavy doses of pain, you know, on his arms, on his shoulders. Kind of like what he was trying to do to Bivol, but Bivol was able to take it. That's what Canelo was trying to do. He was trying to debilitate the bigger guy, you know, take his lead hand away. He was banging on that lead shoulder, you know, but Bivol was able to take it. He was able to stay mentally tough, and that's the reason why Bivol continues to say, you have to be physically strong, mentally strong, you know, and I believe Crawford is. I think he has what it takes, you know. I think he has that in him as well, like a Bivol, although he's coming from a smaller weight class. So, but look, hey, this is, I'm going to tell you right now, Crawford, this is going to be a knife and a gunfight. It's gonna be. It's a lot of people don't believe that a person with a knife can beat a guy with a gun. Well, damn it, it's gonna have to be that way. It's gonna have to be that way. Yeah, because look, he gonna have to slice up. He gonna have to get a couple of slices early. Crawford, depending on how Canelo come out and how he come, he gonna have to get some slices early and let him start to bleed out a little bit.
You say he gonna have to get some
slices. So let some of that energy. You know, and that power diminish a bit over the rounds. Yeah, he gonna have to be smart. Slice him up. Hit him with 3, 4, 5 slices. Slice him up. Let that shit bleed out. Let him bleed.
Nah, I
get that. Canelo gonna be looking for that big bang, bam. He gonna be shooting. He gonna be shooting. Crawford gotta make sure he get the hell out of the way. I think it's better for Crawford to make that stuff miss all entirely. Don't let that shit hit you. Get your body out the way. Get underneath them shots.
Not with these people,
don't let
man.
that stuff hit you. That stuff wearing you down. I don't care who the hell you are. I don't care how much training you have. Shit, that power starts to break through sooner or later, especially when you get hit in the same spot over and over. I don't care who the hell you are. Shit, you could be Superman. Now, it don't matter. Batman, it don't matter. Sooner or later, he's gonna weaken up.
Nah,
you know?
Superman different, bro. You know Superman was different. Ain't nothing no human doing the Superman physically going on.
But Crawford again, he's gonna have to buy some time.
Batman,
first 4 rounds. Sorry about that,
Nah,
man. I'm over here. They
bro.
building houses and stuff over here, man.
You gotta get it early. Facts in, dog.
Guys.
Early.
But Crawford's gonna have to again. He's gonna have to let Canelo bleed out a little bit, man. Stab him here, stab him there, slice him here. Every now and then, let him bleed out, and then he's gonna have to turn it up. You know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, 11, 12. He's gonna have to turn it up, man.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Think about it. He's a Hall of Famer. So I don't trip. You know, I like the different perspectives and the insights. You know what I'm saying? And he be giving
harder than he's ever had to fight in his life.
I like the fact that he spoke on both sides.
There's no doubt about it. Canelo, I'm telling y'all, he's coming, man. This is gonna be a damn hell of a fight, man. And nobody, I'm telling you, nobody wants to miss this fight. The nature of these fighters, the pride that Canelo has, what's at stake for him. Think about this. See, I believe this fight is tougher on his career than the Benavidez. Because although Crawford is considered the best fighter in the world, and he has gained a lot of accolades over the years, you know, like if he lose to a dude that came up 2 weight classes, bro, and beat him, and he the king at 168 pounds, and he lose to him, come on, man, how that's gonna look? He gonna get full credit from me.
Yeah.
And everybody should be giving Canelo full credit for taking this fight, because there's a lot of risk, but there's also a lot of risk for Crawford too. And that's what people forget. You know, Crawford is taking this risk to prove all the data is wrong, that he's the best fighter in the world.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know, some people are saying, well, Canelo's supposed to win. That's not, no. This is what pound for pound is all about. This is what we argue about on a day-to-day basis. Who's number 1? Who's number 2? If they were all the same weight class, well, who would? That's what this is about. This is the battle for pound, number 1 spot in the game. That's what this is. This is the rarity. It's a rarity to have these type of guys and these type of caliber type of guys going head to head from different weight classes. This is the true definition of pound for pound right here.
Yes, it is, Timmy.
So Canelo, hey, make sure y'all get your shower cap on, man. I know I be spitting and shit, but you know, I apologize. I apologize if you didn't hear the camera with that, man.
Stupid,
watch your eyes.
He just be having fun. I like it.
This right here, true pound for pound fight, man. Pound for pound. Yeah. Winner right here gonna emerge, gonna be number 1.
Yes, they
in my book. Crawford is set at number 2, number 1 on many, people's lists. Canelo is set real high since that Bivol loss.
Like
but they fighting each other. Oh, the winner taking all. Oh, hell yeah. Stripping all of that. And Crawford, again, like I told you, he has a lot to lose too, because look, all of the stuff that everybody's saying about him, about his resume, about all this stuff, right? He's in the Hall of Fame already, the first ballot, no doubt.
Yeah, he is.
But he wants to legitimize everything he's always said. And by taking on this risk and this big challenge with Canelo Alvarez, if he can pull this off, like I think he will pull it off, then there's no denying his greatness. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care how you size it up. There's no denying his greatness. There is no advantage that Crawford has. There's no advantage. 0. Okay, he got the reach. Canelo has dealt with reach his entire career. He's always been a smaller guy fighting against bigger guys. He's always dealt with reach. There's really not a whole lot of advantages at all. Weight, you already know that. Experience, Canelo. More experience than Crawford, you know? Skills, different. Canelo got skills too. Canelo got a lot of skills too. Different than Crawford. However, I think Crawford got more skills. However, Canelo, he has, I want to say, he's efficient with his skills, man. Real efficient with his skills. Crawford has been efficient too, but Canelo, you understand what I'm saying? You know, Madrimov was strong. Canelo's going to be strong, but Canelo's going to be sure of himself. Madrimov wasn't sure of himself. That's the difference. Canelo's going to be sure of himself. When he let that hand go, he's going to be sure to make sure that shot lands. That's the difference. He's going to be more confident than Madrimov.
Okay? Crawford. Probably so. Being that they look at Crawford as a pound for pound David, probably so. One of the reasons certain people don't put him on pound for pound list is because of the clenbuterol test, but maybe so. Maybe so. I think because it makes sense, right? Maybe kind of beating a pound for pound guy should at least put you on the list somewhere, right? It wouldn't be the craziest thing, but Canelo, even without a pound for pound recognition, we know what kind of talent that man is. You know, politics a lot of times, make up these lists. You know what I mean?
Strength-wise, might be a little bit stronger too. I don't know. Madrimov is a big, strong guy. He is. He's strong. But Canelo has fought bigger guys over his career. He's used to a certain resistance. And if he doesn't feel any resistance, and that's why I'm saying Crawford got to come out and he got to let him know. Psych. Oh, yeah, you got a gun, but I got this knife, and I'm about to slice your ass up. And Move, and get the hell out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Canelo in there.
Evidence was good,
boom. He in there shooting like a mug, and Crawford just make, get up. Yeah.
Muggs, that's a great point, bro. That's a great point. That's a great point because people make it all about resumes, right? So what crazy name did he have on his resume that would have, been the reason that he beat a guy like Canelo? And that's what goes to show you skills pay the bills. It's a great question, bro.
Out the way of that stuff. Yeah, let him bleed out a little bit. Let him use some of that energy. Yeah, and then come on real hard on the back end where Canelo is known to slow down. You know, that's how Crawford can get it done too, man. That's what he gonna have to do. But Canelo coming. He ain't playing. Neither is Crawford. Hey, I'm expecting a hell of a match. It's gonna be entertaining like a mug. And it might start faster than we think. But anyways, that's my time. And I'm out.
Shout out to Desert Storm, man. So look, man, I be liking his breakdowns and his assessment because he's just unfiltered with it. He gonna say what he feel. He'll go on the other side. He'll have you thinking. You know what I mean? He's somebody that did it in the actual Hall of Famer. So I can respect where you're coming from. You know what I mean? It's people that don't even have the tenth of the knowledge or percentage of the knowledge that he had, right? So I like Tim Bradley giving his honest take though on these boxing topics, man, because it's cool. He's right in this content creator space, and like I said, I think he's just having some fun with this too. So Canelo sparred with Boots. Said it was good for his career. Good for my career. Let's hear it. Terence Crawford got booed too. Scott anyone needs to fight outside Japan. He fought a couple times outside of Japan. He's they are, George. I mean, they are. But Bug got booed for the first time in a long bit. And Queen, what it do, homie? Good with you. You got some. He got a couple fights outside of. I don't think that's the reason why he. I don't think that'll change nothing for him. I just feel like as those smaller guys, there's just not a lot of competition for him. Or he's just that much better than those smaller guys. That for him, he's gonna have to do something like with Crawford to keep going up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how far he's gonna try to go, but
they got some good competition down there. He's just distinguished himself.
Lee, what it do?
He's just distinguished himself, set himself apart. I really like Tim Bradley's videos. You know that the dude is partial to Terence Crawford. That's his guy. But for him to still give a take with that much parity and be able to give Canelo his props too and make a case for him being able to win this fight. I think that's awesome. I think Tim, over the years, he's cultivated a reputation of being a company man.
Right.
Or coon or whatever the hell it is that people say about him. But slowly but surely, he's establishing a new reputation for himself, man. Like with the stuff that he's doing with his channel. I think he's very fair with his takes. And another thing that I really like about Tim Bradley's takes is that he is a guy who watches film. You got a lot of folks who are professionals, coaches, trainers, pundits, boxing luminaries, all the like, but they don't really study.
Yeah, no, they don't.
And we just say hey, I agree with this guy because of who he is, but it's like, have you actually really looked at the situation here? No disrespect to Roy Jones, because I appreciate his takes, but just like even him saying that Bud is already 3 times undisputed. That right there shows you, like, while he's in touch, he's a little out of touch.
Yeah, I did catch that. I thought he had misspoke because he said it like it already happened.
He said it several times on various platforms. I've seen him say it on multiple platforms. But with Tim, his takes are educated by not only his personal experience, but he also goes and he does his film study. You know, he's always talking about Boxing Gems on the ESPN breakdowns. Him and Ryan from Boxing Gems, they're real tight. So, you know, if Tim is going to give his take, it's going to be based on not just his personal experience, but him also doing his homework. And that's what I greatly appreciate about him. It's not just like, oh, this guy's big, he's strong, he got power. It's like, nah. And then he looks at it this way, that way, flips it inside out. Like, he gives really good takes.
Right. He do. And he having fun with it, which is making it fun. And shout out to Desmond Martin.
You said something about Canelo's power being overstated, right? And this is a question I had too, because I was having a conversation with a homie of mine the other day.
Right.
Canelo's got this reputation of being this like murderous puncher. But his career KO ratio is only at 61, which is not bad. That's good. You know, it's very difficult to continue to knock guys out at the highest level, especially. Generally, the knockouts tend to taper off. So I'm not giving him grief about that. But the question that I have is the power a tad bit overstated, or is it the delivery system? And then I start to question, like, who has he, like,
maybe a
combination caliber that he's knocked out, because he's been in there with a lot of guys. He was like in there with like Shane Mosley, didn't knock him out. Miguel Cotto didn't knock him out. These guys were like all older. What's his name? Ricky Hatton's brother with the distance with him.
That's a great point.
And when I look at the knockouts that he has, it kind of reminds me of what Nazeem Richardson would say. He said, we know the guy is special, but we don't know how special because we haven't seen him do something to somebody that has never been done before.
Good point.
Like, when this fight was first announced, folks were saying Terence Crawford is going to get knocked out like Amir Khan because he's too small, whoopty whoop whoop. But you go back and look at Amir Khan's career, like, hell, he got knocked out at 135 and 140. So it seemed like with him, like regardless of the weight class, he doesn't have an ironclad chin. You know, I don't want to say he got a bad chin or nothing like that. I'm trying to prevaricate
to get in.
James Kirkland, another one. Like James Kirkland, he could dish it out, had hella power, but he didn't have the greatest chin. Remember his first fight when he separated from Aaron Wolf against Ashita? That dude had like 5 knockouts. It was a Bruno Saras type situation. He got knocked out by a dude with 5 knockouts. He damn near got knocked out by Alfredo Angulo. El Perro. The last fight that James Kirkland had, he got knocked out.
That's a fact. He did.
So when I'm looking at Canelo, the past couple of guys like John Ryder, he dropped them. He's been able to drop guys, but for whatever reason, he hasn't been able to put them away. So I'm just curious, is it like, clearly he has power. But is it like this mythical, like, oh my God, you can't afford to get touched by this dude type of power?
I don't think so. I think it's only like that if you severely undersized or don't belong in there with him, which I don't feel like will be the case with Bud. Right? I don't think it'll be a case of him belonging there with him. Like, I know everybody's seen that out-of-body experience that he gave to Amir Khan, but man, I don't think Bud is that guy. He ain't overly brave. Shout out to Luis Willingham. Appreciate you. Terence Crawford winner. I'm with you. Queen. John Wicks are tapping in. Fights have already started. Fights will be going on from now until Saturday, right? It is some fights on. It is, though. That's that junkie stuff.
On another tab.
Yeah, we gonna cook for a little bit. We ain't being that the fights is on. We're not gonna overdo it today. We're gonna let y'all, but we're gonna keep cooking though. Hold on, man. I gotta play this because this is something that's good that people was talking about. This injured shoulder. This is how we got here. So I just like to hear him speak about it his damn self. Like put some bread on Buzz stoppage. Canelo Crawford don't have the knockout power. I think it's the quality punches they land. George Serfo the wet.
It could be, David. That's why I mentioned the delivery system, because the one thing we seen with Bud is if he gets you on Queer Street 9 times out of 10, he's going to shut the door. Like, I can't think of a guy that he hurt badly and he wasn't able to sell the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't a recent thing with Canelo either. You know, rewatching the Austin Trout fight, he drilled Trout with a hell of a shot in the 7th round. Straight right hand, right on the chin, legs look funky. Trout ends up going the distance. As a matter of fact, hell, Trout actually did the better work in the 7th round outside of the knockdown. So it's like, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to wrap my mind around, like, what the hell is it about this guy? Because it's like, clearly he has power, but and then I was watching an interview with William Skull, and Skull was saying, like, he has good power. He felt his shots on his guard, but it wasn't like this legendary power that his reputation would suggest.
J-Town was good, man. Right. Yeah, I'm with you, Luis. I had shot that down. I knew it was false. I mean, at least I considered it being false, because sometimes you go overplay a narrative, and I think that's what they did here with the the same shoulder he had surgery on. I'm like, what shoulder that he had surgery on? Did I completely miss an injury in this dude's career where he had to sit out because of it? I just don't recall. So I always felt like it was BS, especially with them saying that they was better off saying, like, you know, he tweaked it now and, you know, it's giving him issues rather than, you know, he did this before and, you know, or had surgery on it before and now it's flaring up again. I was like, that's the way they try to make it sound believable. Well, this was something that he happened before. And they're crazy. Same thing happened with Charlo, McGee, Berlanga, Ryder. Thing is, man, he just don't put himself in a driver's seat to get those knockouts like he did once upon a time. And it's like Ant saying, though, just look at the people that he did knock out, the quality of knockouts and who in which he did knock out, and as opposed to the guys that he didn't. I think it's a story there, right? And I've always said it. Yeah, he's strong. He really good body shots. I ain't gonna sit up.
Get the puzzle in front of you here.
Weird like that, but I just think it's a little overstated. I don't want to say overrated, but overstated. I think people talk about it so much and they make it seem like, you know, as soon as he touch you, man, that might be it.
Like he's like Julian Jackson or something like that, or like Ernie Shavers. And David Contreras, we could also add Landy Lara to that list as well. Because remember, he caught Lara with a good shot. And then what's his name end up stopping Lara? Jarret Hurd. Munguia. He caught Munguia with a good shot. Dropped him. He got up. Munguia ends up getting KO'd by Bruno Saras. Berlanga. He dropped him with a nice shot. Berlanga ends up getting stretched by Shiraz. John Ryder. He dropped him with a good shot. He made it the distance with Canelo, but then Canelo ends up getting stretched by Munguia. So it's like, what the hell is it with Canelo that he just isn't able to seal the deal? Is it the gas tank? Because we did hear Dimitri Bivol say that his power is good, but it's because he loads up. And that could be a possibility as far as his gas tank winning in the back half of fights. Expending so much energy with those big shots early on. So I'm curious to see how that plays out too.
And you heard him. He's like, yo, you sit there, you load up these big shots. Then when you get down to the half of the fight, it's over with. Your power is no longer the threat that you think it is, or you want it to be, because you spend so much time trying to get me out of here, punching on my arms and loading up and being a bit predictable. So, man, J Bean, what it do? Canelo's heavy-handed, beat you down, not concussed power, yeah. Jim was good. He said, Gamble, are you doing? Why was your boy? What you think Cinnamon gonna do to your Huckleberry? I don't know what the hell y'all be thinking about, man. But oh man, yo, just because you know, he got hurt way down there where he was damn weight drained and all that. And I don't even like to speak like that, but I just know some things. He still knocked that dude out. You see how you talk about how he got wobbled in the fight that he won by knockout impressively over a guy that was, you know, undefeated and a legit puncher. Dan Bull was a legit heavy-handed dude too. So it's not like he got hurt by a non-puncher or something. He definitely got hurt by a guy that could crack. But yeah, man.
That has been one of the talking points, though, Jim. Like, he got wobbled by him, and Green Beans did this, that, and the third.
That's a Jim, though. But yeah, man.
No, Jim said, and I can say it now because he put that in all caps. But I mean, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Right.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did. That was a beautiful uppercut that he landed on Saunders. Like, as soon as he.
Oh, man. So he ducked right into that joint.
It seemed like the momentum.
Right.
Of him looking at the punch, you know what I mean? That collision.
Yeah, Cotto brother stung him, gave him the heavy legs. He was drunk for a few seconds. He was drunk, bro.
He was hurt to the body a couple times too.
Yeah,
you hurt to the body a couple of times because you just gotta watch his body language. He be coming forward, letting his hands go. Then when he get hit to the body, that output just drops. The high guard starts to dip down a little bit. Canelo's got a hell of a poker face, though. I give him that. He's got resolve, man. He's one of them dudes where he's not gonna let you know that he's hurt. But if you just look at pre and post a certain shot landing, you can see the difference in his body language and his approach.
All right. Yeah, man. This was like from 2 hours ago, this joint right here. You know, been a lot of little media stuff coming out. So, yeah, he got a legendary poker for. I just want to play. It's not that long. See what Bud was mentioned. I think he answered the questions about his shoulder.
When you look at the puzzle, what do you perceive to be the bigger challenge? Is it overcoming his size or is it overcoming his ability as a boxer? Which is the bigger challenge to you?
I don't know what challenge that he's going to oppose on me. We got to wait till fight night to see.
Do you think the size has been somewhat almost overplayed in the lead up to this fight? Everyone's acting like you're making this massive jump, which is true, is a massive jump, but do you believe people are underestimating your technical ability in overcoming the size difference?
I think people is underestimating everything about me, you know, but that doesn't matter. You know, we got to fight here Saturday, and all the answers will be answered that night.
Is there almost some pleasure you can take in the fact that people are kind of counting you out, because then when you do prove them wrong on Saturday, you get an extra bonus of being able to tell them 100%.
Bro? Oh, it's going to be all right. It's going to be good. You know, I can't wait.
And last one from me, from the UFC world, Ilia Topuria says that if you guys ever boxed, he would knock you out basically with the first punch.
That dude drunk, you know. Hey, you know, a lot of MMA guys, they drink a lot, so he must have been on that alcohol that day.
Terence, for the fight itself, if you were to force Canelo on the back foot, how do you think he'll deal with a guy of your caliber just constantly pressuring him?
We shall see. You know, he's a professional. He got a lot of experience, and you know, I don't put it past him. It's gonna be a great fight. I can't wait.
And I spoke with Bomac last night about this, but I wanted to ask you: do you feel like this whole scenery of Netflix, Legion, all that beautiful stuff, is you finally getting the recognition you deserve and the spotlight you deserve? Obviously, the boxing world knows who you are, but we're talking people that may have never watched the sport tuning in to see you for the first time.
Well, you know, everything happened for a reason. You know, it ain't on my time, it's on God's time, and, you know, the time is now, and I'm here, so I'm not going to reminisce on the past. I'm living in the present. We here now, and we about to break, you know, records and do big numbers.
And with you potentially winning this Saturday, not only you achieve greatness of getting those belts at super middleweight, but you also edge yourself into talks forever in history of the sport. So do you think about that, or is it just straight business till Saturday and then you talk about stuff like that?
Well, I definitely think about it, but, you know, I'm keeping myself focused on the job at hand because I don't want to, you know, eat before my food is ready.
Talk to him, bud.
Hey, Terence. This is the first time with Dana White crossing over to boxing. A lot of people have been talking about this. Have you felt any difference with his involvement around this fight, and do you think he can do great things going forward for boxing as he did for MMA?
Well, it's not just Dana, you know, it's Netflix as well. You know, this is a massive fight. It's talked about, you know, all over the world right now. You can't go to any site and not see Terence Crawford and Canelo being mentioned and talked about. So, you know, Dana, Turkey Island Sheet, Riyadh Season, you know, Netflix is doing a wonderful job promoting the fight.
Recently this week, you mentioned that podcast that you consider Cody Garbrandt to be the best boxer on the UFC. Other than Cody, do you see or do you know any other MMA fighter that you think has the capability to transition and have some sort of success in boxing?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. In a fight this magnitude, why the do I care about an MMA fighter transition? And I'm not gonna lie, man. These dudes get the opportunity to ask questions, man. Why do you even care about that?
There's a few other people, but you know, Cody's just one that always stuck out to me before we was even friends. You know, I looked at him and was like, man, this dude can box.
Your confidence has been like the major point when it comes to you with this fight. The division change. A lot of people are doubting your abilities.
That just wasn't a good question.
Does that ever get to you before the fight?
Not at all. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know, what one, you know, think of me doesn't, you know, move me or anything. You know, they can't fight for him. They can't fight for me. So, you know, their opinion doesn't matter at the end of the day in my eyes or in my feelings because I've been doubted my whole career, my whole life in boxing. So, you know, I've been told I would never be where I'm at now. I was told that, you know, I needed to get another job because I wasn't going to be a world champion. So many things that I've been told in my life, I just was like, okay, well, just watch me do it, you know. And with my self-belief in myself, you know, I don't care what nobody else say because I'm comfortable in my own skin.
And does that confidence allow you to give us a prediction for Saturday night?
A victory. I'm going to be victorious. Then everybody going to be talking about it on Sunday.
Thank you.
Terence.
Facts.
Terence Radio Raheem down here in the front. First of all, I want to thank you for doing all your media obligations and taking time to speak to us each day. In June, you were on Piers Morgan, and you said that you weren't 100% sure at that time that you would beat Canelo. You were 70% sure. How sure are you today that you win this fight?
I'm 1,000% sure now. You know, you gotta think. You know, going into a fight, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know, you can get injuries. He can get injuries. Like, there's so many things that goes on in a boxing match. You know, the judges, the ref, like just everything, preparation. So you're not 100% sure. If a fighter say, "Oh, I'm 1,000% sure," you know, they lying. You know, because you got to go out there and perform at the end of the day. And I'm more than ready to go out there and perform this Saturday.
There's a lot been said about what's on the line Saturday night. You coming up 2 weight divisions, Canelo being the undisputed champion at 68. Is this a fight where you have nothing to lose? If you don't win, does that tarnish your legacy at all or take away from what you've done in the sport?
Not at all. Not at all. You know, first and foremost, I'm definitely going to win. I'm winning this fight for sure. But at the same time, I don't think losing tarnish me or Canelo's legacy. You know, I think Canelo's.
Talk about it. I said this. Losing don't tarnish their legacies, man. But we ask the best to fight the best, and we get it. Now somebody got to be tarnished. How do that even sound like that makes sense? And then you wonder why dudes make fights when they want to. I'm telling you, the fans don't got. I genuinely feel like if these fighters felt like they'd get support, win, lose, or draw, I think we'd see a lot more of these fights. And people would stop getting thrown away. And, you know, if it didn't look like the fans value the O more than the damn fighters, I don't think they would care either. I think these guys would fight because they've been born doing this shit. You know what I mean? A lot of these dudes been out the crib doing this shit. You know what I mean? And I think they'll just be more willing to take chances. But when you see the current climate and how we just toss guys this out, he lost, yeah, he trashed, he got exposed, yeah, he wasn't that good. It's like, damn, he can't just. I can't wait till I see somebody lose a fight and they be like, man, that was a damn good fight. And nobody got exposed and nobody was trash. I can't wait till I see that. Till I hear
the first ballot Hall of Famer. You know, and I think that I'm a first ballot Hall of Famer. So, you know,
just don't make no
whether
sense.
win, lose, or draw, both of us going in the Hall of Fame. And I think that's the
ultimate goal at the end of the day, to be.
You see, they're gonna be Hall of Famers. How does somebody tarnish from losing to a Hall of Famer? Explain how is that a bad thing? You talking about the absolute best of the best, the cream of the crop. How does
Named with all the great fighters that came before us to be inducted into the Hall of Fame for all that we've done in the sport of boxing.
And last one from me. When Canelo reacted to the picture that's gone viral of your physique, he said muscles don't matter. They don't mean anything.
At all.
And there's been some who look at the fight at, there's some that have been looking at the fight at 154 against Majumov and say that that wasn't as impressive as a performance as you might have liked to have given. How do you feel at this weight, carrying that muscle, and what do you say about your performance at 154 pounds?
Listen, like I said before, we're not going to talk about the past. We're going to talk about the present and the future. His last fight wasn't spectacular either. Yeah. So, one that's talking about my last performance, let's talk about his last performance. Yeah. So don't do that on me and say, oh, well, your last performance was this, and we got to talk about his last performance as well.
Talk about it, bud. Talk about
Terence, how are you? This is
I'm just bringing up my last performance like he looked good.
To be involved in these kind of events has a lot of rumors, and you already know that everybody or many people saying that. I don't know if the left one, the right one, or both, but somebody says that you have some kind of problem in any one of your shoulders. Can you just clarify what is your position about those rumors?
Yeah, my shoulder messed up, everyone. So don't tell Canelo. It may be the right, maybe the left, but it's both of them. I'm having problems with my shoulders. Shh, keep that under wraps.
And finally, everybody say that Canelo is gonna be the favorite in the stadium with a lot of people supporting him. But what about Omaha? Do you feel many people from Omaha is coming to support you this weekend right here in the Alliance Stadium?
For sure, I'm most certain that a lot of people from Omaha will be in attendance.
A lot of people supporting him, but
I'm having problems with my shoulder.
Everybody or many people saying that. I don't know if the left one, the right one, or both, but somebody says that you have some kind of problem in any one of your shoulders. Can you just clarify what is your position about those rumors?
Yeah, my shoulder messed up, everyone. So don't tell Canelo. It may be the right, maybe the left, but it's both of them. I'm having problems with my shoulders. Shh, keep that under wraps.
And finally, everybody say that Canelo is gonna be the favorite in the stadium with a lot of people supporting him. But what about Omaha? Do you feel many people from Omaha is coming to support you this weekend right here in the Alliance Stadium?
For sure, I'm most certain that a lot of people from Omaha will be in attendance in the crowd. Of course, it's going to be a pro Canelo crowd. It's Mexican Independence Day. He's done great things and great numbers in Las Vegas. This is like a second home to him. So I'm looking forward to being the underdog. I'm already prepared for that. That's nothing that we not prepared for. Anything that, involves this fight, we already, what's up. It's cool.
Thank you.
Hey, Terence, going back to Netflix for a second over here. How important is it that this magnitude of a fight is on that kind of platform to bring regular fans in, to bring maybe people who aren't huge boxing fans into the sport, being on this kind of platform? I mean, how important is that?
It's very important because if you look at, boxing back in the days, boxing was like the #1 sport, in U.S. before, NBA and NFL took over. But the reason why it was because it was on regular TV and more people can take notice of it. When you was looking at all the mega fights back in the days like Sugar Ray Leonard and them, they was fighting on regular TV. So it's great to be able to be on Netflix, and it's great to have those people that don't have cable to be able to witness a fight like this.
Hey, Terence, over here on your left.
Terence on your left. Hey, you've talked a lot about needing to see what Canelo throws at you. How are you approaching adjustments during this fight, and how do you approach adjustments in any fight? Is it something you look at from the first round on?
No, it's just a feeling. I'm a experienced fighter. I've been doing it since I was 7 years old. So once I get in there, I'm gonna make my adjustments on the fly, and we're gonna go from there.
Hey, Terence, to your right. Thanks for doing this. You described the night you were shot in 2008 as a turning point in your life. What, if anything, still stays with you from that moment, and what does it mean to you today?
You said what?
You described that. Can you hear me? You described that the night you got shot in 2008 as a turning point in your life and your career. I'm just wondering if anything stays with you today from that.
Not at all.
See, dumbass questions. Appreciate it. Dumbass question. I get it, but y'all just be bugging. You asking the man about being shot. You can tell he gave you a chance to redeem yourself when he said what? That's stupid shit, man. What y'all be wanting them to? Yeah, man. From the day I got shot, Like, bro, what? He probably ain't get asked about that since then. It was in years, probably a while though, but that was wild to ask that. I don't know. Y'all be blowing it. Where do y'all people be from? They think he 50 Cent. Yeah, like, bro, he ain't get hit 9 times, bro. Like, damn, man. They be fascinated. They be like, yeah, I just feel. What do you take from that night? Like, bro, what? I survived. That's what I took from it. The hell? You gonna ask me something box related? Bro. And I know sometimes people get to him first, so maybe they asked all the good questions. But yeah, dice game. I had played it in a little breakdown the other day. What dude was breaking it down? It was called The Ghost of Omaha. Go look that up on YouTube. I think it's from Ace Deuce Boxing. The Ghost of Omaha. It's not super long, where he talked about it at night and stuff with the shooting incident. Hey, Bud has some luck on his side for real.
Yeah, we need some better journalists and reporters covering the sport, man. Oh my Lord.
They be asking some wild shit, don't they? Be like, are y'all nervous that y'all just asked the bullshit or what? Like, y'all don't really got
I don't even think these folks be nervous. They just it's not real journalists, bro. And then folks be wondering why guys like him don't want to do interviews with these people. And then they write these reports about his attitude and so on and so forth. So you got all these things you could ask him, and this is what you ask him.
Right. He was not an American journalist. Yeah, he probably wasn't, but American or not, he got a better question. He heard everybody else. You think he gonna just not hear you? He heard you. He just like, what? Like, that was a dumbass play. Like, bro, this said no. And once you got that one word answer, that's not good. I always try to gauge that. Even when I do interviews, I try to ask questions that'll cause them to have to elaborate a little bit and explain, go into some detail instead of those 1 or 2 word responses. That shit could get awkward fast. You know what I mean? How spot what it do, fam? How you feeling? And what's good with it, man? Just another build. We're gonna rock out for a bit more. We ain't going nowhere just yet. But yeah, I like the fact that he played with it, man. And I don't know, man. I don't think I'm wrong with him, and I don't want to hear it because I just want to hear that we got a great fight after Saturday. I hope people be more fans of the sport after Saturday. That's what I hope. That's my damn hopes right there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he get in there and do what he supposed to do. Cecil, what it do, homie? Like Bud, like he was about to say, I'm now dumber to have heard that. I'm telling you, Bud was like, bro, he was caught off guard. Like, bro, why the hell would he ask me that? Netflix stream better be good. I know, because everybody going to be on it trying to crash that shit.
The server. I'm about to take my fandom over to Power Slap, man. It's peaceful over there. Power Slap and pickleball.
Right.
Yeah, that's because these events been big, man. Them damn MVP events. Even on YouTube, there was like 900,000 people watching Shoo versus Dana Coolwell.
Right.
Crazy. So hopefully they could do more of these on Netflix. Put it in a place where people could power slap. You ain't seen that, Jim? People slapping people upside the head.
Oh yeah, that power slap shit is yeah, that's probably cooler. That's why I like
Up to that podium or whatever that is. Little divider that separates them, and they just one guy puts their hands behind their back and they just slap each other till somebody passes out.
I'm telling you, bro, that's brutal, bro. They wild, man. They wild for coming up with that. Somebody gonna go to meet him one day out there playing.
Did you see the pillow fights?
I thought I seen like a clip of that. I couldn't believe that was real.
I was watching that shit one night too. I was entertained. I was like, damn, look at his footwork. He's slipping and sliding. That's how I was like, man, I got a problem. I watch anybody fight or compete in anything. I was watching the damn pillow fight at like 2, 3 in the morning.
It's crazy. That is crazy, bro. Pillow fight. I'm telling you, they be calling everything a sport nowadays. Everything is a sport.
Slapped into the wind.
Pillow fight. Dudes be tripping.
Yeah, they be spinning. They be ducking and dodging. There was one dude, his defense was nice though. I was like, old fake ass Floyd Mayweather, the pillow fight. He was like fighting. He was in a pillow fight fighting behind the shoulder roll. I was like, this is crazy.
That's wild. That's wild. Yeah,
Philly shell pillow fight.
He shoulder roll the pillow was crazy.
I said, who the hell he think he is? Yo, he took the offhand, right? And he was like he was probing. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Tucked behind that shoulder, roll, came back with a counter right pillow. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
That's funny stuff, bro.
But everything is a sport nowadays, man. It's getting wicked out here on the internet. You see the micro wrestling too? The Micro Wrestling Federation, they be having the little people out there wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit crazy. Micro wrestling, little ass people that be out there.
They got the one dude, they call him Micro Jackson. He dressed up like Michael Jackson every match. He be wearing a little glove and everything.
They shout out, man. They just shout out, bro. But y'all double tap that screen, man. Keep rocking out, man. Sub to the channel, all that good stuff, man.
Did you watch that Wenley Hernandez interview though over on Mill City? Did you watch that?
You said the what?
Wenley Hernandez, you watched that?
Nah, where at?
It dropped today on Mill City. He was talking about the sparring with Canelo. Talked about Boots and Canelo sparring. Probably dropped about like 2-3 hours ago.
Nah, I didn't catch his ass, man. Do he speak English?
Hell no. They had a translator, so I'm like, how am I supposed to know that this is accurate?
Yeah.
Because Mill City, what's his name? George, he Puerto Rican, but he don't seem like his Spanish that good. So I'm like, how the hell?
For real. Trash, man. Trash. Man. He's supposed to be the interpreter, man. That's one thing I never trusted, man. It sounds like, I ain't no lie. They almost some of the few people that they translate in their own language and be like, are you sure what y'all saying? Because then when you ask like in English, it's like this, and it's like, nah, bro, I didn't understand what you said. What is it like? If I knew what it was like, I wouldn't be asking your ass.
And then you be seeing the comments, and there'd be discrepancies with all of the various interpretations from people who speak Spanish or say they speak Spanish. Because the caption said something about Yoenli feeling Boots' power more than he felt Canelo's. But then I looked at the comments, and somebody said that, he said that, but there was an important detail. He's saying the time that he fought Boots, but sparred Boots, he was at a lighter weight. But when he sparred Canelo, he was heavier. So he was able to absorb the power more.
It's interesting.
But that's a very important detail, though.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you were saying before about Bud at 135. It's like, that was Bud at 135. Because we say that with all of these guys, right? Like, well, he got rocked by this guy at a lower weight class. But it was like, he was at that weight class. It wasn't him as constituted. It wasn't a 168-pound Bud.
Right.
Getting hit by a damn featherweight. No, this dude was down at 135. And if you see them weight cut videos, it's pretty gruesome. I actually think it's
he said he
it's pretty
almost died one
miraculous.
time out there. What was he at? In Texas, Dallas, somewhere. I forgot he said. He almost passed. He almost died. Like making way to sign. I could have swore I made a video on it and everything. Bud Crawford talking about that shit.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro, because this video right here, let me see if I could share my screen. But this joint right here, look at this.
Got you.
This from a weight cut at 135. I'm gonna zoom in for the peoples over here. Look how he looked at 135 cutting weight.
It's a part of you're gonna be dehydrated, you're gonna feel weaker than you normally is. And
Terence Crawford, 3 hours into the
that shit looks crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's Bud at 135.
And then you wonder, it's no wonder why he got hurt. That's how you know he's crazy. Because that's ended the fight for somebody else. Yeah, he looked emaciated bad.
Real bad. He drawn in as hell. You don't have nothing on him.
Damn. And that dude was like,
and 2.8 pounds to lose.
And he still had 2.8 pounds to lose, they said right there at that point.
making weight.
2.8. That's
Look at his
almost
face.
3 pounds. How the hell he do that? Look at his face, bro. Bone face. Crypt keeper. Damn. Yeah, man.
So if he said he almost died in Texas, I could believe that shit. You just had him on the screen. You see how full he looked. He looked like he got some energy.
Yeah. Shit totally different. It's like shit night and day.
And you got to figure Gamboa was in the position that Bud is in now. Where he's coming up and he ain't got to cut as much to get down to 126. So Bud cutting all the way down from wherever the hell he cut from, and he still had 3 pounds to go. So that means what we just seen right there, he was at 138 looking like that.
Oh, he was about to die on that shit. That shit was fire. Bud can't even hold his damn head up. He looking at that scale like, damn, man. Another 2.8 to go. Still, I ain't got nothing left. I ain't got nothing left, bro. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's when you get to that point you can't even piss nothing out. You ain't even got nothing left to give.
I'm telling you, at that point, bro, I would love to know what he did in that particular situation right there to get the rest of that weight off. That shit is crazy. How did he really feel after that? Man,
that man was feeling like shit. I can guarantee you that.
He probably was worse than Frank Martin trying to get that sip of water. That shit was funny,
Frank was talking through his teeth and shit like this. Like he couldn't even open his jaw.
Then Jordan Plant so good at her job. He trying to get away and she ain't letting him. I said, damn, she need a raise. She ain't letting him leave. Asked him a couple questions. He tried to get up out of there. She was like, nope. Man, that's funny.
That brother was thirsty. He was thirsty. And and it ain't make it no better that Tank is on the other side of the stage doing backflips and shit.
Yeah. Like a little badass kid from the hood talking about, hey, you been working on that backflip? Yeah, you want to see? he just want to see voluntary backflips and shit. I said, yeah, this don't look good. Take all smiling, good mood and shit, sipping water. Frank over there got lockjaw, cotton mouth, and don't even smoke. He had cotton mouth and don't even smoke. I was like,
yeah. On the verge. On the verge of getting a one-way ticket to meet him. You know what I mean? Like he was looking like he was ready to go. But them last 3 pounds, I know them last 3 pounds of whooping Bud's ass. We don't be taking that stuff into the full consideration though. Just like, okay, like what was going on with him? With his punch resistance. Because I'll say this. At 154, the couple of times where Madrimov landed clean, he looked pretty sturdy. I'm not saying that Madrimov is what's my man's name? Canelo Alvarez, but I'm just saying, irrespective, he looked pretty sturdy when he got hit clean. He didn't look wobbly. He responded right away. I was like, okay, he looked solid.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all, let's get 100 likes in the building, man. We're gonna keep it. I want to play some because we're gonna keep talking. Look, another fight that we know coming up in the card that's coming up that's good is Benavidez and Yarde. You know, it's Pops on by this time. I wonder if I can get him on here one day, man. I like Jose Benavidez. I'll definitely chop it up with him. But I'm going to play a little short clip from what he had to say. He had some interesting words to say about Yarde and their upcoming fight for November, which I think could be real interesting, especially early. But, man, you know how I get once that gas tank. The gas tank got some holes in it, it's not going to be a good sign.
I know that you're always focused. Your son is always focused on the guy that's in front of you. But, you know, we're all human. You know, like, so, and you hear all the noise about Beterbiev possibly being next. Does it get a little bit difficult for you to be like, okay, I know we're focusing on Anthony Yarde. He's a great fighter, but man, we got a real monster that could be up next. Like, is it kind of hard to focus all the way to just like, yeah, we got Anthony Yarde, but I gotta pay attention to Beterbiev, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. We do. I watch a lot of videos. of Beterbiev, Be Bold, Zurdo Ramirez, Apitaya. Those are the guys. Those are the guys that are in the list. You know, but like I said, the most important thing is that we just got to stay focused. We're super motivated that there are other fighters after Yarde. In my opinion, I think David can't just win a fight with Anthony Yarde. He has to look spectacular, like how he does all the time. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Can't just win a fight. We just have to look spectacular and give the fans, whoa, you know, we won these people.
It's probably where I got to show them.
I know that you're always focused. Your son is always focused on the guy that's in front of you. But, you know, we're all human. You know, like, so, and you hear all the noise about Beterbiev possibly being next. Does it get a little bit difficult for you to be like, okay, I know we're focusing on Anthony Yarde. He's a great fighter, but man, we got a real monster that could be up next. Like, is it kind of hard to focus all the way to just like, yeah, we got Anthony Yarde, but I gotta pay attention to Beterbiev, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. We do. I watch a lot of videos. of Beterbiev, Be Bold, Zurdo Ramirez, Apitaya. Those are the guys. Those are the guys that are in the list. You know, but like I said, the most important thing is that we just got to stay focused. We're super motivated that there are other fighters after Yarde. In my opinion, I think David can't just win a fight with Anthony Yarde. He has to look spectacular, like how he does all the time. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Can't just win a fight. We just have to look spectacular and give the fans, whoa, you know, we want these people to keep proving ourselves, to see that we are proving ourselves, and David is getting better and better and better every time.
But isn't that a bit of like extra pressure that you're putting on yourself? Because I mean, I know you guys are expected to win. A lot of people believe you guys will win, but Anthony Yarde has never been like dominated. Like, he's lost a few fights. He's been stopped a few times, but even against Kovalev, like, he didn't get like dominated. He almost stopped Kovalev also. Beterbiev, he had like some really good moments, and you're just like, yeah, you know, we can't just go out there and win. We gotta pretty much dominate him. Like, does that put? I know there's got to be extra pressure, right?
No, it's not an extra pressure. Actually, we're super motivated to show the people that David could do better than these guys, and maybe even retire Anthony Yarde. You know, as you see, every fighter that David fights, they're not the same. Look at Morrell. You know, he came, he got dropped. You know, the fight was pretty close. You know, they were talking about Morrell, the next superstar. You know, that David was gonna demolish. Morrell was going to demolish David and make him look super bad and this and that. And, you know, David won all the rounds. You know, yeah, he got hit. Of course, it's boxing, you know, but he dominated and he made Morrell look to me like an amateur, you know. He was pulling his hands down, uppercuts, body shots, pretty much everything. And that's how we have to look, you know. He has to look that way that night in order to kind of show the people that he is better than Anthony Yarde. He is better than Better Beef. He's better than B-Ball and all these people. And like I said, we got to keep proving ourselves in order to get the approval of the fans, you know. And no, it's no pressure. Actually, we're super motivated. We're super happy. We can't wait for November 22nd, man. It's just a motivation. We have a great feeling, you know, that David's going to do really good. You know, we're excited, man. We're excited. We're happy. No pressure at all. It's just, you know, working hard, staying focused, staying disciplined, and come at 100% that night.
Man, they looking to retire Anthony Yarde, man. They looking to get him up out of there, okay? So they might retire him after this fight, man. But this is early. This shit gonna be interesting, bro. But thing about Yarde, he got talent. He can box. He got power, and he got heart, man. So I wonder how they gonna start this fight, man, early, like, man, because he do got some interesting power that if he landed the right kind of shot, it'd be interesting to see if he can hurt Benavidez. It really would. That's a good fight right there. Real good fight. I just wish that you know, Yarde didn't have stamina issues to some degree, right? Then you would really see a really good fight, I think, because I don't care if he didn't get tired against Kovalev, he probably would have stopped him and or beat him at least, you know what I'm saying, without getting knocked down. But yeah, you got to find a way to pace yourself, and that's the thing. Benavidez fight in a way where he don't even be allowing you to pace yourself. He'd be forcing you to fight at his pace or try to keep up with him. And if that happens, then you can see, you know, because of that accelerated pace, him slowing down in there, you could see that could end up happening, and that's just not something that he want. That is not something that he want.
Yeah, I got my concerns about Yarde from a tactical standpoint. The method that he goes about doing his work doesn't really feel established.
Right.
I'm like, what the hell is his identity as a fighter?
Right.
Because he's not a super consistent counterpuncher. He's not really much of a trap setter. He's not really like a bruiser or an inside fighter. So I'm kind of like, what does he do? Like, what is his mode of operation? Because with David Benavidez, you know what he's going to do. But the thing with him is, with each fight, he adds more education to what he's doing.
Right. Slugger. Say anybody else felt like a low-key junkie waiting on the 13? John said he got the shakes. Yeah, these some junkies. They're like, look, man, my junkie ass and talked about this fight. This is the longest I've ever done this. And I did it intentionally, bro. Like you know, conversations today, I got a little I was a little late getting dragged around different places, but
I heard that too, Dante, that he don't really do too much sparring, just like a whole lot of pad work. And I think that can be part of the reason why situationally, he's not as savvy. Because that's the one thing about David Benavidez, yo. It's like, it's very difficult to find a weakness of his. You go back and you go through his catalog of fights and you'll see a little bit of something in each one of those fights. Like the first fight with Gravel down the stretch, he was pressing the issue, got dropped with a short low left hook. The second fight that he had with Gravel, the rematch, for the first 5 or 6 rounds, he boxed primarily from the outside, and he was basically drawing the line in the sand. And whenever Gravel would try to advance, he would just beat him to the punch. He was real strong at the point of attack.
Right.
Then you see him like just destroying people's guards, manipulating that, paling it, controlling it, posting, pinning. My guy, what's his name? He's getting better at positioning, cutting the ring off. Just like how he uses his feet, even when he squares up at times, it's like it's intentional. In the past, it wasn't that way. You go watch this fight with Dennis Dublin, he throw his right hand, he square up inadvertently. But now it's to the point where, like, say somebody's trying to escape out weak side, he'll square up and move laterally and beat them to the spot. I'm like, yo, this dude is just sharp as hell. I think the only thing that remains to be seen is for the power to emerge at 175. Like right now, I think it's still early to say. You say, well, he hasn't stopped nothing at 175. Hell, he's only had 2 fights at 175. Right. The first one, he had a nasty ass hand injury where I think that he would have been well within his right to pull out. But he spoke about not wanting to disappoint the fans, which is something that seems to be of great importance to him to give the people a show. Right. But there's just all these little things that you just see him working on. Before, when his feet were bad, once upon a time he was RoboCop. Then you see him in the gym working with Guillermo Rigondeaux. Right. Now you see him changing levels. He's not just straight up and down. Andre Ward, there was that clip on The Art of War where Andre Ward was talking to him about getting better at establishing his jab. And if you get better with your lead hand, then everything else becomes easier. Now you don't have to always make everything a two-handed attack. You can just pick and pick and pick. And then when you find your openings, then you can employ your combination punches. What do you see him working on right now? If you see clips of him on IG, this dude is working on his jab. I seen one video, all he threw was a jab. And he was varying that shit. He was like flicking it, shooting a power jab, like a shotgun jab. Right. The other video, the other day where he was using angles. Yeah. It's like, yo, this dude is continually working on stuff. And it's not always pretty, but it's functional. Right. And with Anthony Yarde, I just haven't seen that type of growth from him.
Nah, I mean, to be honest, like the problems that I've seen him have is the same problems I see him with now. Just like I never really, more than just gas tank, man. I don't know, man.
He's got the talent, but I believe that Dante's on to something with the sparring thing because if I'm not mistaken, it was Tunde, his trainer. They spoke about that before. Like they don't really do a whole lot of sparring. And I think sparring is how you get accustomed to seeing different looks and just trying things and getting comfortable enough to be able to do it in fights. And you're going to fight or you're going to perform how you practice. Yeah. So if you don't work on these things, how the hell are they going to show up the night of? It just don't work that way.
You know what? I was watching I think it was one of those little Netflix things or whatever it was to like, they're not 24/7s, but they release like 2 parts of them. Canelo in the second part, the part 2, I was gonna play it on here. It's like 40-something minutes, but I was like, never mind. But Canelo, I was watching it, and dude said he spar all the time. He spar every day. He pointed to Reynoso like with a smile, like he like, see what I'm saying? Like that wear and tear. Like, will that shit backfire? Will that shit come up? You know what I mean? To hurt you at any point in your career? The fact that you say you spar all the time, like every day or something like that, that's crazy, bro. That's wild. That's a lie. I don't give a damn who you are. That's a lot of punishment. That's a lot of wear and tear, mileage. Man, that shit real, bro. That's a lot.
It can be. It can be. It can be. I saw Roy Jones talking about a conversation that he had with the heavyweight fighter from the 70s, Jimmy Ellis. Right. And Jimmy Ellis was telling him not to do too much sparring because most of the damage that he had incurred over his career happened in sparring. It wasn't under the lights. He said he got more damage done to him in sparring than he did in fights.
That's real. You know what I'm saying? That should be crazy. So, man.
But then there's also technical sparring too, where you go out there and you just working on stuff, and it's not about just banging away. Because you've seen him working with Frank Sanchez, and you see it was just like light sparring. So if he's doing that type of stuff, then yeah,
right.
But if it's like all out, you in there with guys your size, and it's just doghouse type sparring, like that ain't no good. Could eventually get worn out, worn down. You know, folks think just because they got headgear and 16-ounce gloves on, it's like, nah, still getting punched on.
That's a
And,
fact.
and truth be told, the gloves aren't necessarily to protect the other person, to protect your own hands more than anything.
Yeah.
And it may reduce cuts, but it ain't gonna reduce the force of a punch. People get knocked out of sparring. We've seen clips of people getting knocked out of sparring.
Right. Hell yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a good point, and it's definitely something to monitor. Because if he does look old overnight, that could be one of the factors. That along with that knee. And that's what I've been thinking about ever since I rewatched that Skull fight, and I'm hearing Reynoso telling him, "We're gonna stop this guy. We're gonna knock him out." And then by the time round 4 comes, they're over there massaging his right knee, the same one that had that tape on it in the Triple G fight in the rematch. I'm like, damn, maybe he's trying to go for it, but he's having difficulty. And I also believe that could be part of what contributed to his conditioning. You know, we say Canelo fades in the back half of fights. Well, if you got bad knees, and one of the main exercises is road work as a form of conditioning, I could only imagine that could hamper that ability to do that, to put them type of miles in.
Right.
You hear about it with people who do marathons. They develop what they call a runner's knee after a while from running on hard surfaces, concrete, and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Start developing issues with your knees.
That shit is real, man.
It is. So I'm looking at that on Saturday night. Like I'm looking at how he moves, whether or not he's standing up in the corner.
Right.
Are they going to be rubbing his knees down and things of that sort?
I had played that little clip too earlier in the show. So yeah, that's what I want to see. How you going to look? Is he going to look like a brand new car right off the showroom floor? Or is he going to look like a guy that got 68 fights? That's what I'm looking for.
And if he does look brand new out the gate, how does he look around round 4? Because he might come out the gates fast. He might come out the gates fast, but can he sustain
it? I heard him early.
Yeah.
Catch him with something. Let's see how he look from rounds 4 to 6. How he start looking, behaving, assuming the fight is still going. You get what I'm saying? The Von Down Gate that was good on me. So what to do? The result of Philadelphia Gym Wars fighters have short careers. Yeah. Going in there blasting each other out, man. That shit stupid, man. It's dumb. Especially if you're trying to have a career in this shit.
Yep.
And then you got Canelo talking about spar every day. I gotta go find that clip so you can hear how he was saying. I was like, hey, he's like, I spar every day. He don't like or something. I'm like,
my dog, Keyshawn, and I love me some Keyshawn Davis, man. But he made a post last year talking about breaking one of his sparring partners' ribs. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you doing that to your sparring partners? So y'all supposed to be in there training, sharpening, getting better.
Yeah. They say he used to be going around the gyms, him and I forget who else, but terrorizing grown men. Dudes used to not want to spar him and all types of shit. Wanting to beat people up.
Wait, this is not a fight. This is a space for development. It's an incubator. That's what this is.
Right.
Come in here, develop, work on some things.
Right. We were out here trying to kill some damn body.
Yeah. Then you ain't gonna have nobody to spar with.
I'm telling you.
Because you're hurting everybody.
Yeah. Real talk. Real talk. That's what somebody said would take you. Beat up all the sparring partners till you had to leave the gym early. You know, beat everybody up. Like, bro, you gotta take it easy on some of these people, G. Like,
speaking of Philadelphia, I think his name is DeFar Smith. The dude, he did the interview over there with YSM, and he was talking about Arthur Beterviev's camp giving people extra pay just to stay in the camp.
Yeah, that's
it's
crazy.
Damn near like a hazard pay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's for getting bonuses.
That's crazy. Man, you know it's real. Dudes out here giving you incentives to get that ass beat. Around here, man. Take this little, you know.
Get your little stipend and shit.
To
get punched on.
Gonna get
Per
you
diem.
something to eat and chill out, G. I'm gonna get you something to chill out, man. It is crazy, bro. But I like it, man. It's been fun, man. So we probably do some like one of the final predictions one of these days on this. But it's been cool building on this fight, man. Why it's been one of the bigger topics too, believe it or not. I see people saying like nobody care and stuff. I really don't know where people make up this stuff at. Like where do they get this stuff at? Like that nobody's watching the fight, there's no tickets being sold. Like seriously, where can I get that information from? These people just be making it up at this point, bro. I'll be like, dang, so y'all just gonna keep making shit up, huh? Like we can't check that truth gonna come to the light. Like it's being talked about everywhere because it should be. That's fighting the best. Why wouldn't you be talking about it? But the disdain that I'm hearing people have when talking about it is wild. The way like I was hearing you know, somebody going in on Charlo and they're like, man, I mean Bud saying Bud duck Charlo. I was like, what the hell? Man, yo, and I'm like, see, I call yourselves channels, y'all are pushing them lies. You showing a little crazy from VA, trying to punish dudes. Kids in football, kill each other and tell them y'all teammates, yeah.
That's that silver cap on the teeth energy, man, right there. Them kids with them little silver caps on their teeth. But listen, man.
Always got a piece of candy.
It's quite disheartening, man. It's quite disheartening because then we got to continue having this conversation amongst ourselves as boxing fans. What do we want? Do we want the sport to thrive? Do we want it to flourish? Because if so, then it's important for fights like this, fights of this magnitude, on such big of a stage. We're talking about over 300 million subscribers on Netflix. So if you could just get 1% of those people to tune in, that's 30 million. Oh, pardon me, that's 3 million.
So what do people be talking about? The opportunity about to be
crazy. It's like, do you want it to do bad? Is your disdain for Bud Crawford or Canelo or even Turkey Al-Sheikh that great that you want the event to fail so you can say, I told you so? Or would you rather it be a success so more boxing events, you know what I mean, can be made, especially of this magnitude, high production value stuff? But if this doesn't do good, what does that say to potential investors? ESPN is looking for a home right now. If this event does good, maybe somebody says, maybe we should take boxing on. I can see the potential in that
too.
But if it flops and it's like these are supposed to be two of the biggest guys in the sport, well, the biggest guy in the sport, arguably, in Canelo.
Right.
What does that say for boxing if you're a potential investor? This boxing ain't worth shit. Why would I want to invest in this? So I hope it does well. Because the better it does, the better it is for boxing as a whole.
That is true.
More eyes on the sport. It looks more attractive to investors. Maybe boxing can find a full-time home over at Netflix. With the type of money involved, then we can get more of the fights that we say that we want to see.
Yeah.
And then also, that's one less barrier. Networks and broadcasting and all that other stuff. Did you speak about Lamont Roach and Pitbull? Or no, you saving that?
Nah, I ain't speak about it yet. I just thought about it. I was like, I'll keep it in the tuck because give it a thumbnail and stuff. But
yeah, tomorrow's another day.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes. We're going to get to the 3-hour mark. Shout out to everybody rocking out. Another dope build. Another good conversation with the fam. As this fight continues to build, get closer and closer, man. People, you know, people are, you know, getting antsy. Y'all are getting a little antsy, man. They're getting a little antsy. These dudes know what's up, man. What the hell? That's pretty weird. Pretty damn weird, but shit, something else I was gonna play here. Oh, shout out to Bernie the Boxer. He was on Mill City, man. He had some things that he had to say about that, man. Let's play the clip. I forget.
The Norman and Haney fight. It seems to me that a lot of boxers are really favoring Haney in his skill set, kind of like saying that Brian Norman's IQ and Haney's is not necessarily on the same level. When you look at those levels of IQ between the two, do you feel like it's a big separation gap?
Everybody keeps talking about Haney's IQ, but he couldn't get out the way of the left hook. He couldn't adjust to get out the way of Ryan's left hook. He couldn't even get down to make it a boring fight and just win like he did against Jose Ramirez. So how high is his IQ for real?
Right. That is true. And he didn't take no chances in that fight as well with the Ramirez fight.
Okay. So how big is his IQ? Everybody's based off Haney. Like I'm saying, if you love Devin Haney, you like Devin Haney because he got fancy clothes. He got fancy jewelry. He got nice clothes. That's it. Other than that, nothing about Devin Haney sticks out. He didn't really beat Lomachenko. His best fight was against Regis Prograis. You know Regis Prograis is washed. He looked trash again. He couldn't adjust against Ryan Garcia. Come on now. He beat Kambosos for the title. Come on, bro. He did not beat Lomachenko. They gave him the fight, but again, he was a lot bigger than Lomachenko. Younger, way younger than Lomachenko. He did not hit Lomachenko. When you see them, Lomachenko was doing all kind of shit to that boy when they slow it down. Some of this you can't see Lomachenko. Like I say, I was kind of critical of him at first too. Like Lomachenko, he good, but I don't think he that good the way they saying. But the way he was pushing his head down, hit him around with the side, turned him, man, shit that you can't see in real time like that. Man, come on. Like I say, so Devin Haney, he was a champ. He was a champion. That's what you can say. You can't take none of them. It's not easy to be a champion. And he was in the fight with Lomachenko. He just didn't win the fight. And Regis Prograis was a good fighter. He just shut him down. Way too big, looked way too big. And then you got to think too, though, how bad he looked. You never think about how Prograis looked against Zerillo. We don't know who Zerillo was. A guy that come out of nowhere, probably from Venezuela too. And I thought he lost the fight. Prograis lost
Puerto Rican.
Okay. I thought he lost that fight, but of course, this his hometown, first fight, world title fight in his hometown. They gave it to Regis Prograis. Next fight, he got destroyed by Devin Haney. So I mean, what we talking about over here?
True. Shout out to Bernie the Boxer, man. Mill City. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I know Devin Haney get a hell of a rap, but look, that dude is skillful. He's talented, man. It's going to be interesting to see his fight against Norman and see where he can take it, man. And again, to answer those questions, that's what it is for me. You got to prove to show people that, look, man, what y'all seen in my last fight was me getting to the bag, securing the bag, and not wanting to take chances like that, right? Because I ain't want to for whatever reason, but that's something that you just want to answer all those little lingering questions, man. If you can't answer them all on one night, answer as many as possible while maintaining your form and getting you a victory. You know what I mean? But man, the resistance that's gonna be coming back is gonna be different, I believe, man. That shit, like, they really think this is gonna be like some box, move out, get out the way, box, move, get out the way. Like, man, that shit ain't gonna be easy dealing with Norman like that. Then to see the things that he's working on, man, this dude fast. I think his feet are underrated. I do think his boxing ability is underrated. I think the craftiness of a Norman is underrated. I think you were bringing that up about his setup, with Jensen Saki. And most people, like, because of the name, they're like, well, who is that? Man, never mind that. It's how he won, how he set the shit up, and how it looked. That was impressive, bro. Don't tell me just because the name don't resonate with you enough, the performance in and of itself wasn't impressive. Yes, the hell it was. He stayed calm, cool, collective under pressure. He didn't fold or waver. That dude was throwing the kitchen sink. He was loading up, throwing everything. Like, all it took was a simple mess up, and he could have got clipped with something or caught. But he made sure that shit didn't happen. And I got respect for that, because everybody don't respond that calmly and together under pressure. Everybody don't do that. You know, guys really be folding under pressure, dude. Like I've seen it time and time again. We've all seen it. So I like the way Norman handled that moment.
Even Brian Norman, he had a rough moment there with what's my man's name? Janelson. Boca Chica. That's why I was impressed with the Jin Sasaki fight, because everything you just said, that fight, it was a trap fight, in my opinion. Because I've seen other guys get in the ring with Jin Sasaki, and these guys, no, I'm not saying that they world beaters or they're the cream of the crop. But to your point, guys who are solid enough fundamentally, but they're not able to stay calm and deal with the type of pressure that he presents, and then also just how wild he is. Because Sasaki is a dude who puts everything into everything he throws. And he's got substantial power. It's not like he can't punch. He got a nice punch on him.
Yeah, he do. Yeah, that dude was, man, he was gunning for it. I was like, oh, okay. He want that smoke, huh? He trying to bring that shit. Okay.
He's not the most meticulous. He's not the most methodical. But he's tricky to deal with in his own right, because like you said, it only takes one moment for you to take your eye off the ball, and then boom, now you're getting hit with some shit that you shouldn't have got hit with.
Yeah.
And he could turn it around. So I was very impressed with Brian Norman's the way he controlled that fight. And he did it in a multitude of ways too. He fought from the outside, where he had Sasaki on the back foot. There were moments where Sasaki was pressuring him and he was moving around and he had to evade him. There were moments where they fought on the inside. There were moments where they were like toe-to-toe in the pocket. And B. Norman just looked more sound, more sharp, more focused. In all of those circumstances. And honestly, I actually feel where Bernie is coming from. And it's very weird to say, because Devin Haney, he's got such a reputation of being a great boxer, which I think that Devin Haney is a good boxer, but there are certain things where I'm just like, Like, for example, I don't think that he's pillow-fisted at all. But one thing I do see from him is a lack of consistency when it comes to setting traps. Devin Haney, he transitions well from offense to defense. He'll throw a shot, then he'll get the hell up out of there. But how often do you see him slip something and come back, slip and let something rip? You don't see it too frequently. How often do you see him control things on the inside? You don't really see him do too much work on the inside.
Sashi was good. Yeah, Dante, 60-40 for me too, Brody. I'm with you. He don't like to work in the inside. That is not where he like to work at.
And he's not a horrible inside fighter either, because he had spots versus Linares where he landed some good uppercuts. There was one moment in particular that I really liked from Dev, where he was able to split Linares' guard with the crown of his head, fire a nice little right uppercut in there. I said, okay, Dev, I like that. It was crafty. But those moments feel like they're kind of few and far in between if you really watch him fight. We all know he's got a good jab, but then even with his footwork, there's certain things that I'm just like, like, for example, I don't think that he could fight the type of fight that he did with Ramirez versus Brian Norman Jr., because it's going to be very difficult for him to generate offense. Because the way that style of footwork that he implemented versus Ramirez, that was lateral movement, where his feet are basically, I guess you could say parallel, because he's pretty much squared up. How do you punch from that position and put anything on it?
Yeah, little to no inside game. Yeah, he's limited there for sure, Jordan, in my opinion.
And then there's little patterns too.
Like throw a couple shots there and that's it. Tie up or get up out of there. Ain't gonna really work.
And then even with the tie up, he's not always secure with the tie up. Not always secure with the tie up. But if you look at that last, I think it might have been the last knockdown that Ryan scored. Dev was trying to hold him. Ryan bumped him off. Dev tries to throw a shot back, and then Ryan ends up hitting him with like a right and a left.
Right.
Bumping him off.
Right. Yeah, true. Yeah, Eric, I'm with you, bro. I love this fight, and I just know Devin still got them questions lingering that until I see him answer. I gotta say it's 60-40 in the favor of Norman Jr. It's a good. Gee, the man Haney, that's slow. In my opinion, it's like why was set the trap and bounce back. It might be a trap for him, whereas his routes are safe-ish. I mean, yeah, I hear you. But
I
shit,
could see him being risk averse. I mean, that's a very strong possibility. He could be risk averse, but here's the thing though. By being too risk averse, now you're kind of minimizing your ability to get something substantial off. That's why I like that Antonio Moran fight, because it's not that Dev can't do it. That Antonio Moran fight was spectacular. Like the way that he was able to punch and move, and he was able to counter and return with shots, not throw a shot, get out the way and reset, come back, throw a shot, get off the. Nah, he was in there with it.
Right.
And that was and ironically, that was the last time that he scored a knockout. If you look at the way he knocked Antonio Moran out, Moran was throwing a shot.
Right.
And Dev beat him to the punch with the right hand. I felt like if he was able to do that more consistently, catching guys with shots they don't see, being able to time them, forget about it. I think that he'd be able to get more guys respect. I've heard Jojo Diaz say that he's got respectable power. Linares said the power was cool. Regis Progress said he's stronger than I thought. So where's the disconnect? Why is he not scoring more knockdowns? Why is he not getting KOs? It's the delivery.
Delivery and temperament.
So you got to put them. You got to put them two things together.
Yeah. My thing is Mosey Senior say he was stepping in camp and Bill decided to change the game plan last minute. That tells me Bill don't trust having defense when training camp doesn't change that for Norman. Yeah, that's true, Jordan. It's a little bit of uncertainty there, whether they admit it or not. You can tell just by how the disconnect as far as what was worked on and what was executed come fight night. You know what I'm saying? And luckily you had the right opponent where you could make an unnecessary, I guess, adjustment and it work out. I don't think that works for Norman. And I think the only way you can win is to take chances that's going to put you in position for things to happen, or, is going to leave opportunities out there that I think Norman is young enough, fast enough, athletic enough, talented enough. And I think he wanted enough where, gonna make things. I can't wait to see that shit too. Can't wait to November. So this weekend and this November card, because the whole card is good, by the way. So can't wait for that shit. Can't wait for it, man.
I'm excited for it. But what I look at with Dev, I mean, I'll be curious. I'm like, is it the IQ or is it the lack of trust? You know what I'm saying? The lack of trust. And
I'd say some of both for sure. I see some of both. Probably a little more lack of trust. You know what I mean there?
Because the stories you hear about this guy in the gym, like Sean Zattel from that formerly of Fight Hype, he spoke about Dev being one of the better fighters that he's ever seen in the gym. Squeeze on the Ross podcast, Squeeze said he saw Dev in the gym. He said like Dev was phenomenal. He said he was very high on Dev once upon a time, like based on seeing him work in the gym. And then he said he see him on fight night. What the hell happened? To Jordan's point about Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley spoke about Dev looking phenomenal in the gym. And then fight night came and he's like, all right, first round, maybe he's just trying to fail him out. And then basically the whole fight turned out into a giant fail out round.
Right.
It never progressed from there.
Right.
So there's a disconnect somewhere. And it's that confidence, like true confidence, like I can trust this.
Right. And shit is real. Saying the way Bill tried to act like this shit for the hospital. Yeah, man, forced that thing. Yeah, that was nasty. Yeah, try to make people believe that they done beat him up, sent him to the hospital. Like, we ain't just watched that damn sparring match. Yeah, Bill's a funny guy, boy. He be selling it, don't he? He really do. But shout out to everybody, man. This was another dope build, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know how it is, man. You know, this good Wednesday. Another boxing build in the books. More Bud Crawford's proving people wrong. He shot down the injury talk. He even joked about both shoulders being hurt. Bud said, yeah, both my shoulders hurt. I don't know if it's the left or the right. Don't tell Canelo. Yeah, let them think what they want to think. Yeah, man, catch a surprise. The greatest Jedi mind trick is about to be pulled for this weekend, man. He convinced the world that he was too small. Whole time, you know what I mean? He wasn't. He gave me shout out to Jordan, my dog, man. So look, double tap the screen on the way out, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications on. We're gonna be right back at it tomorrow with a new build, 4 p.m. like we always do, man. So with that, much love to everybody that continues to support, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace to the
Representing Brick City,
Finding those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdueboxing.